I just feel like a lot of men, not just yourselves, are just very pessimistic, but it's just the women that they're picking. And actually, I feel like it's a small percentage of women that are like that, but they just pick those women.
You think it's a small percentage?
I think majority of girls are lover girls, but
Yeah,
you guys pick
lover girls for toxic guys.
mm, I don't know,
Cause
some
like
girls.
okay, like obviously this whole stream is about why women love toxic guys, yeah, toxic men, yeah.
Mm,
Like when women say, "Oh yeah, most of you guys are like this, most of you guys like that," I can say that's because of the guys you lot have dealt with. And what you notice when you've talked to so many women like I have, yeah, and I'm not talking about as in romantically, I'm just talking about conversation. Yeah.
yeah.
You start to notice that a lot of you women pick the same type of guys.
What type of guys are there?
You lot pick the tall, handsome, well built, got expendable money to waste. Maybe he's an entrepreneur, maybe he's a rapper or something stupid. Like you lot pick those type of guys. And then when those guys do toxic things, do toxic behavior, then it's like you lot get surprised. And it's like
I
it's not surprising though. Do you get what I'm
I
saying?
don't know,
And let me add this, just this one little thing, yeah? What
Mm,
you're saying about guys that go for girls that got BBLs and all of that, I agree with you. I actually say on my YouTube channel, I always talk about the most attractive women or the sexiest women, they're usually
yeah.
not wifey material. I tell you that straight.
That's true.
They're just not but like obviously it's not all. You can never say all, but like if any woman these days in this side of the world, yeah, that's an 8 or above, she's probably monetized.
No, no,
Yes.
no. That's chronically online. Most of them are probably just. I'm not gonna lie. They probably go for the best men that they can get. Men that have money and that are a bit, stable. But I don't think that they're on only.
No, I'm not saying that they're all doing OF. I'm just saying that like when I say monetized, I basically mean they're just going for a guy with money, like
Yeah.
or they're just
But why would they
money
not?
or everything they do is money orientated. Like there's no kind of they don't really care about if a guy's a good man. They don't really care about that. Like they just care, has he got the finances? Because I'm beautiful, so this guy has to be rich. That's all they don't. A lot of times they don't even care if the guy's not even good looking himself.
Well, those are just too shallow people. A lot of men don't care if the women are good people, or if they're intelligent, or if they're kind people. They don't care. It's just as long as they look good on that arm, then that's it.
Yeah, I would say like being a guy and like talking to all different guys of different levels. Most guys want a woman that's loyal.
Yeah.
Yes, they want a woman that is attractive, of course, but most men want a woman that's loyal. Loyalty is very very high on the list for guys.
No, I agree.
Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas like a lot of women, if they get with a guy with money, they don't even mind sharing him.
Yeah. But wait, let me just say one thing before I go. One of the things as well is I feel like a lot of men think that women don't think the same as them. A lot of these women are going for the toxic men while they're young because they're young and they love the thrill. But when they get older, they'll settle down and go with a guy that's not toxic.
When they're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're past it. Yeah.
I mean, why not use your youth doing something fun?
Wow. You see that, and that's why a lot of you lot mess up. Because this is the thing. You see now, yeah. You see, like guys that are like above 28.
Yeah.
A lot of guys above 28, they know the game now. They understand that merry-go-round. Because
Mm,
back in the day, they would remember guys didn't really talk on the internet about women or dating, and we didn't really
yeah.
share our experiences like that because guys kind of keep our L's to ourselves. But
Mm,
like now, you notice guys kind of come out and say, "Oh yeah, I've had my heart broken. Oh yeah, my wife divorced me and took my kids and blah blah." Like a lot of this stuff's coming out. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And now
yeah.
guys start to like, "Oh, that happened to me. That happened to me." So a lot of guys are watching this kind of stuff and hearing these stories, and they're realizing that, rah, like I'm not gonna get taken for a ride now because I know what can possibly happen. So
True.
what's gonna happen is a lot of women are gonna end up single, thinking that they can do what you just said.
single while they're young, but I feel like we
Not
know when
single
to
when they're
switch it up.
old.
I don't know. I don't know. That's not me.
Hey,
We'll
what do you
see.
mean you don't know? Like this time in history, the most women are just like single.
But that's not a bad thing. A lot of the marriages back then were just toxic. They were getting cheated on, beaten every day, abused.
I mean, I don't know about the percentages of that, but like, I mean, at the end of the day, men and women both cheat. You know, women abuse men as well, and
Yeah,
especially
true.
even now, women abuse men like a lot. Do you get what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, so I don't know, but I think that a lot of guys these days are just happy, just be doing their thing. You know what I mean? And I honestly don't believe women are really happy being alone. I don't think women are really happy being single. I think that's a lie.
I think women have children when they're alone to fill the gap.
But isn't that weird though? Isn't that kind of selfish to do that?
Yeah, it is. They get
Like, oh,
friends, they
you're a
get
woman.
animals, and then they have kids.
Yeah, they're gonna get exactly. Now
Mm.
now you're seeing where I'm coming. You must be pessimistic too.
No.
Because that's the timeline. Because think about it, this is a typical timeline. Not all women, obviously, but this is a typical timeline, yeah. So the girl 18, 19, 20, yeah, she gets in the game, yeah,
Yeah.
and then she's going out. She's young. She just wants to have fun and socialize with guys. Boom, boom, boom. So she's messing around with boys that she finds attractive, guys that maybe have a nice car, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Mm.
She does that merry-go-round for a while, yeah. Then she has a relationship here, relationship there, with one good-looking guy here, good-looking guy there, maybe a guy with money here, and she's picking toxic guys basically. Then she's sleeping with guys from the gym. Then she's sleeping with guys from work. Then she's sleeping with guys she met at the club, at the rave, at the shisha lounge, at the day party, at the DLT. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and
But
she's
why is she
going,
finding so many men? Why are you
huh?
guys so open to women like this?
Because when guys are young, they want to smash. What do you mean?
Exactly. So both of them are in the wrong then, isn't it?
No, not really. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's not all guys that can really do this thing like that.
Mm. It's a small percentage.
This is what I'm saying. And who are those guys? It's usually, not every time, but usually it's the toxic ones. Because those guys are the ones that all you girls like. So they end up having loads of girls just coming in and out. They have a roster. Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so boom, the girl's done that. She's racked up mad mileage now. Yeah, mentally and physically. Yeah. Then boom, maybe had a kid here with one guy, whatever. I don't know. Now she's older. Now she's, oh yeah, I want a sensible guy now. I want a good guy to come and save me.
Mm.
I don't know if that's gonna work these days. It may have worked back in the day, but nowadays I don't think guys are really going in for that.
That's true, but I feel like men and women both do that, and it's causing a lot of people. It's probably going to cause a lot of people to be single, men and women. A lot of men have children with different women. A lot of men, by the time they're like 35, they've got like three baby mums.
Nah, not the majority of men.
I don't know. I've met quite a few guys like that.
Yeah, you could have met a few guys like that, but what about all the guys that you don't register?
True. That's true.
Like, think about it. Think of every woman watching and listening right now. Think about all the men you've rejected this year.
Mm.
Think of how many men you rejected, you ignored them this year alone. Now, think about it since you was 18.
But
Most guys don't get
men
girls. Most
reject
guys
good
don't
women
get
as
girls.
well.
Most guys don't get girls just throwing offers at them.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You think most guys got like box thrown their way like that?
Not most, but I feel like maybe like 60%.
60%.
Yeah.
Nah, you're tapped.
I've seen pretty girls go for some questionable guys.
Yeah, because the guy's got money.
Not always. Sometimes he's just got game.
Okay. I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about 8 plus. A girl that's an 8 out of 10 and
Oh
above.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, if you're starting to go down the what's it, the numbers, then yeah, they might get tricked into bed by some guy that's average. They might get tricked into it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
But for the most part, I think most pretty girls these days know they're pretty because social media lets them know, bruv.
that's true. But beauty is currency, you know. They need to go for a guy on their level.
You think so? Well, it's not really. I don't know. I don't know if it's working out for you lot still.
I don't know, but I just thought I'd come off on the live and just add my 2 pence.
No worries. I thank you. I appreciate you coming up.
No worries. See you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Cool. Danny, what's going on?
Hi.
You all right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. I'm fighting fit. So what's your take on it though, man? You've been all right though, yeah?
Yeah, I've been all right, thank you.
Good.
Obviously, your original question is like, why do women go for toxic men?
Yeah.
I think I've got a bit more of a person-centered approach in the reason, and I feel like it's trauma.
Trauma. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I feel like it's trauma. Like, you know, people might have daddy issues, or they might be used to patterns and behaviour, and then they might repeat that in their personal and adult lives. So I feel like there's a correlation between like a woman's relationship and with their dad. If it's not good, then they might be drawn to toxic traits in a partner because they don't know any different.
So basically, you're saying it's because maybe they didn't have their dad there,
Can I have something to
or,
say?
or the dad was toxic, and
Yeah,
so now they go
it's a
and date a
learned
toxic guy.
behaviour. It's a learned behaviour
Can
that
I can I say something?
will
Hold
carry
on, hold
on.
on, hold on. Let Danny finish. Go on, Danny.
No worries.
No, that was pretty much my main point. I mean, I can elaborate after the next person speaks. That's cool. But yeah,
So, in terms of that trauma thing, yeah, I think I think that's kind of like an excuse once you become an adult. I think that's just an excuse, to be honest. Like everybody's got bad experiences. Like you gotta say, it's like if a guy, alright, cool, a guy goes out with a girl and then the girl breaks his heart, yeah, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom. If he after a year or two is still talking about, oh yeah, I can't trust no women, I'm never gonna have a relationship because I got heartbroken. You're gonna look at the guy like you're an idiot, bruv. You need to get over it.
but
Okay,
that's
wait? Can I say something?
Hold on,
What about to what he said?
oh, you can, yeah, that's fine. You can go.
Alright, go on.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I would just like to say that I actually do childcare, so I learn about the brain of somebody who goes through things. So it's very important that people understand that trauma is in your muscles. When you get punched, you feel it and it leaves a bruise. Sometimes it leaves a mark.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for mental trauma.
Yeah.
Mental trauma leaves marks, and it's the most influential times of your life is from the age of 3 to 14, I believe. Those are the most influence. Like those are what stays, and trauma stays no matter how much that you get over it, or sometimes you just grow from it naturally. But at the end of the day, it still stays, and it takes time for someone to grow out of it. I don't even think that women go for toxic men. I'll get into that point later when Danny's finished, of course.
Can I
But
just say something though? Like
but
I get what you're saying.
but I feel like it's for men
just-
and women. I feel like men have trauma, and that's why they act. Some men act the way they do. Some men like they feel like they have to get a little bitches. They have to play bitches because maybe of what they've been through.
Yeah.
However, I feel like women can also have that trauma. I feel like men and women are allowed to have their trauma, and they're allowed to take their personal time to grow. It's their journey.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
journey
get
is
that.
personal.
I get that. And I'm not saying that you gotta like get over like bad childhood experiences in a week or something. I'm not saying something like that, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
okay,
Work
if you
towards
went,
it.
hold on, if you went through something when you was 14, yeah, or let's just give it a specific example, yeah, your dad was just a terrible dad. Like he didn't offer no protection for you. He was just not there for you, yeah. Or maybe he was just bad to your mum, yeah. And you saw that, right? Cool. It's gonna have an effect on you. Like I understand that, but like, how long are you gonna hold on to that to make you go and look for a guy like your dad?
I feel like it's
Why
not.
would
It's
you?
not.
Why would you? Like, because I get it. Like when you're a child, yeah, when you have an immature, underdeveloped brain, I understand in it. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But once you
100%.
become an adult, you've had a lot of experiences up to that point,
Okay, yeah.
and then now you have seen what's happened to your own mum or your own family or whatever. Then you go out and don't go and pick a toxic guy. And not only that, I can understand you might have got finessed, you might have got sold a dream. Cool. But once you're in that now and you've seen that this guy is toxic, why would you stay? Because
Okay. Can I just say that?
a lot of times women stay in those
Yeah,
relationships.
I understand. I understand. Hold on. I wouldn't say I agree, but I understand why you think that 100%, because there's times where I sit down and think that, but then also because I have emotional maturity, I understand that when you said that your brain is not developed at 14. However, your brain is not developed. So when something happens to you, it's still in your brain. So your brain develops with that. It doesn't develop without it. What like the experience you go through, your memories is all in your brain. It all gets stored in your brain. For you to People normally think before they act. So if like, I don't know how to explain this deeper, but okay, wait. Let me reach it. Let me reset.
Yeah,
Your
you
brain develops with
think about what you're saying.
your brain develops with your trauma. It doesn't go away. It's still in your brain, regardless of if you push it to the back of your brain, if you push it to the
It's
front.
a
If you
memory.
think
Yeah,
about it,
I
it's a
understand.
memory. And
Yeah,
I feel like people need to understand that comfortability is what makes, when you're so used to that type of life, especially at home. Your home life is actually supposed to teach you what type of man you go for. That's what it's supposed to teach you, because from the love you get from your parents, you understand that I don't need this man. Like, oh, like I already get that love at home. What can you provide for me that my mom can't get for me? What can you provide for me that my dad can't get for me? Because I already have that. Once you lack something in a certain area, there's something called the hierarchy of needs. I think you should very much search it up, because it explains mental development in someone's brain, regardless of male or
but okay,
female.
cool. But like,
But
so are you
also,
saying, yeah? Are you saying that every single time a
no. But
woman goes with a guy, that is this
I
scenario?
wanna I wanna I
I
wanna
don't think it is,
explain I
bro.
wanna explain deeper before you have a response, if that's okay. Um. So yeah, what was I saying? You kind of cut me off. What was I saying? Do you remember?
You was talking about the psychology of it and the
Yeah,
trauma
yes,
it
yes, yes, yes,
causes
yes, yes.
you and all
There's
of that.
something called that. There's different types of ones. Like there's limerence, there's things like that. And I feel like when it's bred within you and you're so used to this type of lifestyle, like you're fed into the lie of a man, and then you see something that's familiar. Familiarity builds, it breeds comfortability. So you're kind of familiar and you're comfortable in that type of treatment because that's all you know. And I feel like for you to get over that, you need to actually step away
The
from
audio.
sorry, for you to get over that, you actually have to step away from relationships and learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself in every single way, so you know how you should be loved for real. I feel like women that do go for, if you're actually going for men like that, I feel like it's because they don't love themselves eternally, and that's something that women need to actually conquer themselves. You need to learn how to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how do you expect anyone else to love you or love you correctly in any type of way? You need
All
to.
right, let me ask you this, yeah. Let me ask you this for you, because you're saying this scenario, this particular scenario, which I don't think that this represents every single time women are with toxic guys. But in your scenario that you're talking about, yeah, are you saying that like these women will come across these guys and like they will see those toxic traits, and then because that looks familiar to what they're used to, they want to get
No,
involved with
I
that?
feel like no man comes to a woman toxically. I feel like every man comes to a woman showing their best side of them. As you say, first impression counts. If a man is toxic to you straight away, you're going to see it, and you're going to see it as rude. However, if a man is with you and he's showing you a side of him and you're like, I like this side of him, and then comfortability comes, when the show is over and he's got you where he wants you, he will show you who he actually is. And then from there, you're like, women are more emotional thinkers, so they think with men emotionally as well, not knowing that men actually think logically. So I feel like women actually like, if a man wants to focus on himself, he will cut off his girlfriend. He will cut her off and say, listen, babe, I need to cut because I need to focus on myself. I need to make money. I need to. Do you get what I'm saying? They will always choose themselves first. But I feel like women are not used to choosing themselves first because of how much they yearn. I feel like women are not
Women don't
used to
choose
choosing
themselves
themselves first
first.
because
Right.
they're
I think you
so.
have a
Wait,
very.
can
Nah,
I
you've
can
been
I?
speaking for long. You've been speaking for long, bro.
But
It's me.
yeah.
Hold on.
All right.
Like, let me say something. Like, you're saying all this stuff, like, and it's poor women, poor women, poor women, bruv.
It's not poor women, it's life at the end of the
Hold
day.
on, hold on, hold on. You speak for long, yeah. At the same time, you said that men go through these things as well, which is, yeah, that's true. So, like, at the end of the day, yeah, it's your duty to yourself to do the work with your own mind, so that you can
That's what I said.
so you can make better decisions and better choices. But at the same time, yeah, I look at it like this
That's one side of it.
at the point of being an adult, bruv. Yeah, you need to take accountability and responsibility for your choices. You're an adult, bruv.
Can I just interject
Right,
really,
that's
really
what I
quickly?
think about that.
Yeah, I
Because
feel like you should
when this
interject
guys,
and then
listen,
is
because
it
when
okay
this
if
guys, yeah,
April speaks and then me after, please?
listen. When this guys, yeah, and guys do stupid things and make stupid choices. Oh, you picked a girl and then she cheated on you. Oh, you should have known better. You're so dumb, like da 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 da. Or a
I've never
guy's
said that to
not
my mouth,
making
man.
money, or a guy's not. Whatever it is, guys are held accountable. A guy
For
can't really
who?
come back. A guy can't really come out and say it's trauma. No one's really trying to hear that, bro.
Is that what
I'm
your
just trying
boys
to
say
say
to you?
this. I'm trying to say this, that, like, I think if we're all adults, we're all adults. Then, do you get it?
Is that what your friends say to you when if that was the case that was to happen to you? Not saying it has happened to you,
Yeah,
but if that was the case of that was to happen to you, let's say you get with a girl and she cheated with you, your brethren
they're
will
gonna,
tell you that.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
your brethren are not emotional thinkers.
Bro, bro, the world is
Your
not
brethren are not
being
emotionally
emotional,
mature.
fam.
Sorry, emotionally mature. You don't need to be an
Bro,
emotional
like, that's a
person to have
buzzword.
emotional maturity.
You not say these things emotionally mature, bro. At the end of the day, emotions didn't build the world, bro. It's logic that built the world, bro.
Can I just tack on to what the end of you that you said about I definitely agree with you. We're responsible. Okay, childhood's one thing, and then once you become an adult, which is actually probably 25, because that's when our frontal lobe fully develops. But yeah,
100%.
fine. You then are responsible. But also, what about people? You know, men that are toxic. Personally, I feel that
I'm
uh,
manipulative.
all behavior is a communication. So if I see someone that's toxic, I'm thinking, rah, how did you get like that? Why are you like that? There's a reason that you're like that.
Exactly.
Women also have savior complexes and can be trauma bonded to people really quickly.
And
So
you know, men are
Good
toxic
looking.
out. Men are toxic
If
out of
he's good
trauma as
looking.
well. Men are
If
toxic
he's
out
good
of
yeah,
looking.
men
trauma.
are toxic
They're
from
out of
trauma.
The only
trauma.
time, listen,
Yes.
the only time
People
you're not
And
people
gonna.
women will try
express
and
their trauma in different ways. Some men are,
Okay.
women
when it comes to men, become toxic,
toxic,
unemotional, and
yes.
stuff like that. When it comes to women, they become
Yeah,
Yes.
all
stupid in
men,
their
right?
decisions,
All men.
Yeah.
and they
So,
clash with each other, and it looks like men are finessing girls. When no, everyone just has
yes.
trauma.
This is what I'm saying. So women will try and save men and invest in toxic ones to try and save
But
them
that's
and
their
correct their
decision to be
behavior.
that daft. Sorry, I'm not building a man to be a man. A man knows how to be a man, in my personal opinion. A man knows how to be a man. Every man knows how to treat a girl. So if you're not treating me in a way that I don't approve of, I'm going to leave. It's simple as that.
Exactly. That's my. You just said it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you
That's
actually,
definitely what should be
yeah,
done, but
but
it's
that's
not
No,
always
my
that
do you
mindset.
easy.
realize? Do
But
you realize?
but wait,
Hold on.
can I say
No.
something?
Wait. Do you realize
Okay.
by you saying that? Yeah.
Yes.
You're basically on my side now. Because you're saying
I'm
if
not
a
proving your
guy's.
point.
Hold on. Just let me finish what I'm saying.
Of course.
Yeah. You basically said that if a guy's not treating you, first you said a guy knows how to treat a woman. Then you said if a guy's not treating you how you want to be treated, you're out. And I'm saying, if you are coming across a guy who's toxic, he shows the toxic traits, why are you sticking around? We're
I'm
basically on the
saying,
same
but you know, I know, understand, but I'm telling you, my mindset came from the lack of that mindset. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I said women have to love themselves first. When you love yourself, you have that type of mindset. When women get into love without loving themselves, the mindset that they have is the mindset that you are disregarding right now. But once a woman loves themselves, they will have the same mindset as what you want women to have, as the mindset to you. If a man is treating you a certain way,
I'm
you
not
leave.
disregarding that.
But
I
that
think that
comes
there
with
is
time.
truth.
That comes with time and experience. That's also what you need to understand.
Yeah, I do think there's. I do
Especially
think
when you've
there's
been
truth.
through trauma. That's basically what I've been trying to
Okay.
say, but
Okay.
I've been saying it very slowly. My bad.
Okay.
But continue. What are you saying?
I'm saying there is truth to what you're saying, but I'm saying you can get to the same result if you think sensibly and logically as well. You don't. It doesn't have to be some mad emotional journey just to see that this person's treating you
That's
like.
how people work.
You don't. You don't. Listen, like you doing this whole emotional thing. I'm saying there's more than one way to skin a cat. if you could see somebody is displaying traits of, oh, they probably will cheat on me, you don't need to go on an emotional roller coaster to realize that, oh, this person may not be good for me.
Yes, I understand that. I feel like women can be very delusional at times as well. But I feel like at the same time, as I said, comfortability and familiarity builds, especially when it comes from trauma. However, another point I was going to say, I don't think women go for toxic men. I think I feel like pretty girls get the worst men because men over sexualize pretty girls. And I feel like men over sexualize pretty girls because like they see a pretty girl. That's why most niggas baby mums are fucking butters because they must rather settle down with a butters baby mum than actually find a pretty wife. And I feel like that. I feel like that because I feel like that because pretty girls, yeah, like when a man finds a girl attractive, automatically he's like, oh, she's bad, you know. But in their mind, they're thinking, bro, I want to smash. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just feel like pretty girls do get the what's it?
Pretty girls get the worst men.
100%, because men over sexualize women, and they don't actually because you're pretty. They're not actually trying to. Your face is distracting them. And men also think that pretty girls get a lot of men. It's actually the opposite because pretty girls get a lot of men. Pretty girls don't get a lot of men because men think that pretty girls get a lot of men. So that actually lowers the. Do you get what I'm saying? But ugly girls, if a guy looks at an ugly girl, a guy looks at ugly girls like, oh, you're butters.
Hey, are you one of them?
What do you mean?
Do you class yourself as one of these pretty girls that get the worst men?
I feel like
yes or no. It's not. I feel like. Do you think you're one of them? Yes or no?
Are you gonna let me answer how I want to answer?
It's yes or no because you're very long-winded. If I don't get yes or no,
yeah, but that's how you have a conversation.
Yeah, but you're dominating the conversation because you're going on long monologues.
What's wrong with that?
Just say something. I'm trying to make a point quickly. That's why I'm asking the question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Okay, cool. So you're saying that pretty girls get the worst guys and they don't get many guys come to them because, I don't know, they go for butters kicks, yeah? All right, cool. Let me ask you now, yeah? You're one of these pretty girls, yeah? How many guys have you rejected this year?
I'm not too sure.
You don't even know how many. You do realize you only need one guy.
I don't reject guys.
You don't even know how many guys.
I don't reject men. I don't reject men.
You don't reject so you're a bad bee, you're a baddie, you're a pretty girl, and guys don't approach you. They don't talk to you, they don't send you DMs, they don't say nothing to you. Is that what you're trying to say?
It depends on the season.
Bruv, you're chatting was. This is not real, bruv.
I mean, that's not how you have a conversation.
That are not even nice.
I feel like you're chatting. I feel like if I was to say that you're chatting worse, what would you do? You'll drop me, no? So I feel like the respect should go both ways.
No, I don't. I'm not like that. I'm not.
Okay, but I feel like you saying that I'm chatting worse is disrespectful. I feel like we should.
It's not disrespectful. That's my opinion.
Keep the respect. I feel like we should keep the respect.
You're not being genuine. I don't think you're being genuine with what you're saying. Like
you don't think I'm being genuine.
The first thing I asked you is how many guys have you rejected this year? You said you don't know.
Exactly.
Now all of a sudden,
am I supposed to keep count to how many guys I reject? Like, come on now,
bruh. You could have just said a lot.
I don't think I've rejected that many people because I haven't really been I don't really reject men. Men don't really if I really don't want to have a conversation with you, I just don't reply. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't see that as a rejection though. No, it's not.
Then what is it then?
It's called not communicating. I'm not getting into conversation with them. Like if somebody if your mom texted you and you aired her text, did you reject your mom?
That's not the same as a strange man. That's not the same as a
strange man.
That's not the same as a strange man trying to talk to you.
I don't think that's rejection, to be honest, because I feel like rejection is them speaking to me directly and then we're having a conversation and then I'm just not entertaining it. Me not entertaining you doesn't mean I'm rejecting you. It just simply means that I'm not entertaining you. If you were to talk to me, if I was to talk to me and then he replied and then I said, sorry, I'm not interested, that is a rejection.
If a guy meets you out in a club, or a bar, and then
indirect rejection, I can hear that.
If he talks to you and you don't reply, then what is that?
No, that's in real life. I'm talking about over social media.
So rejection can only be real life. You can't reject someone on
I
social
mean,
media.
when I'm going down the street and people saying, "Yo, miss, what go I miss it?" and I'm airing, like, that's not rejection. I'm just not entertaining. Like,
Yeah, so you're rejecting his advances.
I can hear that. I feel like it's an
It's not I
indirect.
can hear that.
Someone,
It
someone,
is.
someone said that that's an indirect. Who is this? Lacag? I don't know. That's an
You're just
indirect
arguing for the
rejection.
sake of it now.
I can hear that it's an
Even
indirect
girls are saying
rejection.
this is rejection. Even women are saying it. Like, I don't understand how
I
you're
don't
not
know what
saying
that
it.
means. Even if women are saying, if I don't think it is, it's still
Because
not
it's
that.
not me being
I don't.
biased.
I
Listen,
don't
you
think you're
try to
being
over talk.
biased.
Stop over talking. Listen, I'm
I
trying
mean,
to say
I'm
something to you. You
literally
gotta hear when I
speaking.
speak as well. Yeah.
Lord of
The
mercy.
reason why I'm saying the women, I'm making a point that even the women saying it is a rejection is because a lot of times when men say things to women, you lot look at it as, oh, you're just biased because you're a guy saying it. So if women are saying no, it's actually is a rejection, you should be able to think, oh, even women think that's a rejection. Maybe there's some truth to this
I
then.
don't just
But
listen to
you're not.
someone
You're
because
just
they're a
arguing,
woman.
and your
I
argument's
don't.
just not making any logical sense.
I feel like I've made so much logical sense on this live.
That's not what we're talking. Now you're confusing the conversation. I'm talking
How?
about this specific thing. We're talking about rejection.
I
I'm
personally
not talking
didn't
about the
think it was a
whole life.
rejection, but I personally didn't think it was a rejection like going on. I didn't think I was rejecting them. I felt like I was just not entertaining them. But I feel like if it's entertained, a rejection is if it's entertained and then you reject them. Like if
Guys,
you're
this sounds like
engaging in
semantics.
conversation.
This is
Yeah,
semantics. We're doing wordplay.
semantics.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
I don't think the definition of what rejection is should be an argument. I feel like we should continue
Yeah,
what we were saying.
for real.
No, 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 no. We should understand what we're. I don't mind because at the end of the day, everybody can hear what I've said and what I said makes sense, and what you're saying. I don't know if it. I don't think it makes sense. I'm just being honest.
What's the point you were making, King? What's the point you were making with asking about the
The
rejection?
point I was making anyway initially, yeah, is that I can't really hear it when girls that claim that they're pretty try to say, "Oh yeah, the guys don't really holler at us and we only find toxic men." Number one, women choose the men that they deal with. Men just cast their net out there and see who bites. Yeah, it's
Yep.
women who choose really. So if you've got a track record of toxic guys, that's your selection process. That's an error in your system, bro.
Can I ask you a question relating to what you just said?
And can I finish what I was saying
Yeah,
quickly?
of course you can.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. Yeah. The second thing is, bro, women are very like discriminatory of guys when guys are throwing advancements at them. I.e., if the guy's not hasn't got the looks or he hasn't got the lifestyle, the kind of life that you want to be associated with.
Okay.
If the guy's short, if the guy hasn't got the right kind of face, if the guy ain't got the right kind of hair, the man
So
gets.
you're saying that women should
He ain't got
settle.
all the superficial things. Women are very, very strict when it comes to those things.
So do you think that women should settle and go for
I think
something
everybody
that?
settles at the end of the day. Everybody settles.
No. Settling is going for something that you don't want for the sake of you not being able to get what you want. That is settling. Settling is saying
How
settling
old are
is
you?
wait, hold on. Settling is basically let's say you was in school, there's a Nick, he's not really your type, but he's cute, but like he's not cute, but it could work. That's settling. Going for somebody that's exactly your type, that is not settling. I feel like people need to stop bashing women for their types because would you go with an ugly girl that's shaped with a P? If a girl was
I
shaped
think a
with a
lot of
P
guys. No, I'll
and
be.
that was ugly, if she shouted you on the road and say, "Yo, like you look good," you would tell her, "Sorry, you're not my type." And that's exactly how it should be. Men and women should both go for
So you
exactly
think
what they
men don't
want.
settle? You think all men get the woman that they really want?
I feel like men should cast their nets out to the women that they want. That's what I think. Men
No,
shouldn't
but I'm
just be
saying,
going
what do you
around
think?
casting their net to anyone.
Okay, cool. But what do you think actually happens? What do you think the actual result is in general
I feel like
life?
if everybody went for who they want, the love life would be way better. When men go for just anything, just for the sake of getting one thing, don't say that men just cast their net out for the sake of finding love. No, men that just cast their net out to everything is for the sake of smashing. If your boy is going around chatting to any which type of girl, no matter what she looks like, no matter what her body looks like, no matter what her teeth smell like, bro, your guy is just trying to chop. That's exactly what he's trying to do.
Didn't you say earlier that guys that are good looking, they still end up with Butters chicks. Didn't you say that earlier?
I didn't say that.
You said something about guys they're going with Butters girls. You did say that. You did.
I didn't say that men. I didn't say that man was good looking. I said most niggas' baby mums are fucking butters.
Okay, cool. So if you say that, yeah, do you think those guys are settling?
They're gonna have to sell at one point. You got a
So
baby
then
mum though.
oh my god, this girl, man.
What do you mean, this girl? The
I
guy's
just
got a
said
baby
everyone
mum now.
settles. Why?
No, but
You need
now,
time
now
to
his
prove that
status is
guys don't
lower.
settle, bro.
Now his status is lower because he's got a baby mum. So he's
Can
going
I
to
just
have to go for women that are on his level. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if
What do
like
you
you
mean
don't
now
have
he's got
anything,
a baby mum? What are you talking
if
about?
if a
We're
man has
talking
a
about the
child,
woman
but
that
there's
he
some wait,
said.
hold on. There's
You're
some women that
just
are not
moving the
going to date a
goalposts.
man with a child. There's some women that's just not going to date a man with a child. Even right now, my friend called me and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know the guy that was being like hella nice to me, very sweet, very mature. He's got a baby mum and he lives with his baby mum." And then she said, "I'm not chatting to him." There's some women that just won't talk, and that was literally today before I joined this live. Like, there's some women that will not stand for a baby mum, so his pool is going to be smaller because he brings more to the table, and more as in not even.
What is your point?
I wouldn't say a child
What
is
is
a
your point?
burden, but I'll say he's brought something that someone doesn't want or have to deal with.
What is
You get
your
what I'm saying?
point?
I'm saying my point is everybody should go for who they want to go for. Men, you're saying that men cast their net out and it's women that choose. Okay, men that cast their net out to just anyone. You're acting like men can't cast their net out to a woman they want. Men are not dating
That
for love
doesn't mean you're gonna
nowadays.
get her though.
But men are not dating for love nowadays. So when men cast their net out, especially to a, let's say to a pretty woman, they're not casting their net out to date. They're casting their net out to smash. So they will come with a certain amount of steez at first, and then they will change the way that they are once they get the thing that they
Bro.
want.
You
That
the
is
way
what I'm
you talk,
saying.
yeah, the
You're
way
acting
you
like men
talk.
are genuine. Men are not
Bro, this
genuine.
girl don't
Most men
stop.
are not genuine.
Alright,
And you
cool.
can't say that.
Stop.
Okay.
You're the way you think about men is like all men can just get any girl that they want. That's the way you're talking.
That is not
It's
what I'm saying.
very just like out of touch with reality. Oh,
Why
just
can't
because
why can't a man have
just stop
standards?
interrupting. Let me finish.
Why can't a man have standards though?
Stop interrupting. You keep saying that men can cast their net out. Yes, we all know anybody can want whatever you want in this world. You can, I'm only going for 9s and 10s and that's it. Yeah, doesn't mean you're gonna get
Yeah.
it though. It
What's wrong with
doesn't mean
that?
you're gonna get it though.
No, because you have
And
to
do you know
build
why
yourself.
people settle? Do you want to know why people settle?
Oh my
Because,
god.
bro, you need to stop making sound effects, bro. Like, because they
You're
can't hear
saying
both
stop.
of
That's the
us.
first time I have. Continue though.
Bro, don't blood. Like, let's stop the
I
actual
want to hear your
sentence.
point.
Alright,
I
cool.
want to
Then
hear your
just stop
point.
talking. Then don't make no
So
noise, bro.
continue. Continue.
No, don't say continue, bruv. It's not that kind of party. Just don't say
I've been
nothing,
saying that though.
bruv. Like, are you gonna carry on being rude? Like, because like, bruv, like,
I'm being rude.
it's not
You
that.
think I'm being rude?
Just be quiet, innit? Like,
If I'm being rude, I apologize. Continue though.
alright, just be quiet then, innit? Like, that's it. So don't get why they like this, blood. But anyway, so like, boom, now you could cast your net out there and want whatever you want, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get it, bro. And what happens is people will keep casting it net out, casting it out, and then when they realize they're not getting the results they want, that's when they settle, bruv. And that's what usually most people do. Because what happens to the guys? Probably they get rejected, ghosted, flaked. They don't get no response. Yeah. They don't
Okay.
get the girls that they want. So they
Yeah.
probably settle for a girl that's like a bit less attractive. And what happens to the girls? They get ran through.
Wait. Can I
But
just
when they
wait? Can
get
I
ran
respond to the
through,
comments real quick?
they get no. Stop interrupting, fam.
What's this person talking about though?
Bro. If you can't like just not do, if you want to do your own life, do your own life, blood.
No.
But
There's
like
someone addressed me in the comments.
you're
That's
acting
why.
like
No,
it's
continue. I'm just gonna type it. I'm just gonna type.
Stop talking.
Why are you being rude?
Because I haven't finished what I was saying, and you jumped in talking about what's in the chat. I haven't finished what I was saying.
I don't respect the disrespect.
It's not disrespect. That I'm telling you the rules of the live. If I'm
You're literally
speaking,
raising your
I'm trying
voice
to
at
finish.
me.
I'm trying to finish the sentence, and you're not letting me to go and respond to what someone said in the live. Who cares what they're saying in the live? Me and you are having a
Yeah, I'll
conversation.
do the comment.
We're having a conversation here.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. So what happens to the girls? The girls, they cast their net out, trying to attract the top tier guys and that, whatnot. And what happens to you lot? You get sold dreams, you get ran through, you get bad experiences, might have a baby with a guy that doesn't even want to have a kid, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Nah, you're going to have to settle with a guy that's willing to settle with you. So everybody settles, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how it goes, fam. It may not be to those two extremes every time. It's not every single time, but everybody settles to a certain degree. You get what I'm saying? Settling is not a bad, it's not actually a negative thing. It's you settle down. You're not running around no more, bro. You're not on a hype. Now you can interrupt, bro.
Can I ask a question quickly? From a male perspective?
Can I just say, sorry guys if I come off as disrespectful. I'm not trying to be.
No, we know you're passionate. Everyone's passionate. It's good. When you're casting your net out, are your priorities different to what a woman's is? Because I feel like a man would much take a figure and a body over a face. For example, I've heard men say that. Is that true? I know someone that wifey some. I feel like men will much rather take a body over a female's face. Like they go for a bum and a back off. Like I know someone that said they wifeyed someone based on what she looked like from behind. Like they were like, that's going to be my wife. Like, do you feel that men's priorities are different when they're choosing a partner in what women's are when they're looking for a partner?
I think in terms of choosing a partner, it's less about physical.
Oh, really?
And to a lot of women, you lot, oh, that's not true. The guys just want BBLs.
Yes.
No, it's not actually, because in terms of the woman you're gonna stick with, loyalty. Is this person ride or die for real?
Yeah, but you can't gauge that.
Wait.
If I was to go jail, is she gonna wait? Is she somebody I can trust around other guys? Bro? Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
but you can't gauge that in the first.
It's real. Like, this is how guys think. Like,
No. I believe that. I believe that 100%.
We want a woman that's obviously the most attractive one. But listen, if you go by my ideology, I tell guys now. Most women that are 8 and above are not wifey material. They're just not, bro. This is not the time in history for that.
Can I say something? I actually agree with you. I actually feel like men just like, it's the facade. They just like big bodies to smash. When it comes to actually settling down, more time their wife is not gonna have a BBL body that she's most likely gonna be like what, slim or like maybe a bit thicker. They won't even mind if she has a bit of rolls. Like,
yes.
It's about, because when you're going to wife a woman, it's less about what they look like and more about who they are as a person.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Agree on something.
Yeah, I agree. There's some things I do agree on. That's what I'm saying. This is a conversation, and this is what I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's facts. What she said is true. What she said was facts.
That's what
because
I'm saying.
this is the thing. A lot of women these days, yeah, they think because of maybe social media or the media or society, you think that men want like attractive women. Don't get me wrong, but it's more of a I just want to smash. If a woman's got BBL plastic body and all of this, it's a smash thing. Like I'm not thinking, that's gonna be the mother of my children. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ask your question?
You're thinking I just want to sleep with her. But in terms of somebody that you want to bring to meet your mum, bro, that BBL.
So didn't you prove me right then?
Huh?
That pretty girls get the worst men.
No, because pretty girls usually choose the worst men.
But you just said if I go for a girl with body and face, she's most likely to smash. So you prove my point.
No, I didn't say she's most likely to smash. I said if guys.
No, I'm saying you're most likely just gonna come to a woman that has body and a nice face because you want to smash. That's what you just said.
But remember.
So you proved my point.
Listen. You're jumping a step. Remember, there's interaction before you smash. You know, you don't just see her and smash. No, there's interaction. So in that interaction, that's when you assess what kind of girl am I dealing with.
Sometimes men don't assess. Men just want to smash. Can you agree?
I can agree with that, but at the same time, guys want the best. A guy wants a decent looking woman with a decent body, decent face, and a decent character, bro. I know that this is someone that's wifey material. And when you meet somebody, you talk to them, you converse, and you assess what you think that person is. So
Yeah.
if I could meet a girl that's got BBL, blah blah blah, and I could have, my first thought could be, oh, you know, I just want to smash this girl. She got BBL. She looks like she does OF. Yeah, and then I go and start talking to her. Then she's like obviously not on the, you know, one night stand thing. She's not just trying to smash. She's actually a decent person, and I get to know her, and I get to know her background and her history, and you know the kind of what she's looking for. And then you realize, oh, actually she's decent. Yeah, she got BBL. She looks a certain type of way, but actually getting to know her, she's not like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So like it's not one size fits all. Do you get what I'm saying? But I would say in terms of a guy looking for a wifey, it's the looks. The looks are a thing, but really a sensible guy is not going
Ones
to
are
just
ugly,
just because
like
she's got BBL.
these ones are ugly. Like when I said that, why are guys cussing me? Like, oh,
But
okay,
stop
but
reading the chat.
what,
Stop reading the
what,
chat.
what,
Stop
what,
reading the chat. Just speak. Go on.
what I wasn't, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Alright,
I was gonna
Dan.
say, oh wait. I feel like men just want girls to put their standards lower so then they can fit into the category of what a pretty girl wants. I feel like men should first forget about women. If you do not have the amount of money that you want to have in life, you should forget about women. And I feel like women should do that too. I feel like men and women
That's not
no, no,
nice.
no, no. But I'm saying men and women should both build themselves up first before they start looking for love. So
What's
then,
money got to do
when,
with
What do you
it?
because
mean build? How's the woman
let's say
building
a girl,
herself?
let's say a,
How does the woman
okay,
build
but
herself?
you're not telling Kylie Jenner to put down her standards. Why? Because she has something for herself. I feel like women should get something for themselves before they request a certain level of man. Do you
Yeah,
get what I'm
that's all
saying?
well and good
And
in
I also
theory.
feel like men should build themselves before they request for a certain level of women. I feel like all this standards or like standards, just the standards should reflect what you are. That's what I feel. I feel like
Okay,
your
okay,
standards should
okay,
reflect what you have, what you are.
okay.
So men just keep trying to grind, keep doing the
Yeah.
drugs, you know,
Be a
keep
millionaire.
dying until you get
Be a
rich. Do you know
millionaire.
what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Be a
feel like once you
millionaire.
build yourself and you're actually a certain level,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you can
Because being a
request certain
millionaire is all that
things.
matters.
I feel like once you're if you're not on that certain level, stop telling girls, oh, why do you just only go for a man with money and this and that? If the girl has money, the girl can stand on her own two legs without a man. Why can't she not request whatever
Because
she wants from a
all
man?
you women are all, you're all rich.
No, but I feel like women should do
Because
that
all
though.
of you women are rich, right?
But
Because
I'm
that's the
saying
way
I
you're
feel like
talking.
women should do that. Women should build their own stability
But
before they
that's not
request the
reality, though.
stability
It's
out
not
of
the
somebody
reality.
else.
But it's not the
Yeah,
reality.
can I just? Yeah, do you know what? I think it's more. I think it's a nicer sentiment when if you were to hold someone down on the come up. Like it's not always about what you have. People can grow together.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
fine. But some women don't want to do that. And for the women that don't want to do that, I'm saying that yeah, because I agree with you. Because actually, my friend, yeah, her mother and her mother met her dad when he was a policeman. So in the country, it was Zimbabwe. So it's only like what 10 racks a year. That's not that much. But now that same man is now a millionaire. He has a mining company. What's it? He has a mining company, and on top of that, he's a doctor. And a mining company, you normally generate like a million plus from a mining company. So she met him on the come up. However, she didn't buy him nothing, and still to this day, she didn't buy him nothing. It depends on what type of man you have. You can meet, you can meet somebody when they're on the come up, and then once they get there, but some people don't get there. They get comfortable with their partner. I'm saying never get too comfortable. Always remember the goal, regardless of who you're with or whoever you feel like you can be yourself with. You should always remember the goal, and the goal in life is to make something out of yourself and to be rich. I feel like people are forgetting the
The
goal, and
goal in
that's why
life is to be rich.
the goal in would you want to live life
I'm
being broke?
asking you. I'm
Like,
asking you. I'm asking you.
yes, to be
Okay.
able to support and have generational wealth for your children, so you know that your children are comfortable and good. Comfortability is what breeds comfortability. Is like I feel like some girls are just looking for security. Like I would rather be with a man knowing that I would be good for life than to be with a man not knowing if I would. However, I'm not saying that that's wrong to do that. Some women are more willing to do that. It just depends on what women
Alright,
you
cool. Let
want.
someone else
That's what I'm
speak.
saying. Men
Alright,
cast their
cool.
net
You do these
correctly. Don't
long
just cast their
monologues,
net at
man.
anyone.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So, like, what you're saying, women should go for guys with money and shouldn't get shamed for it. Cool, I understand
That's
that.
not what I'm saying.
Oh man, bruv,
That
I
you're
heard
trying.
everything you said,
No,
bruv.
but you're trying to
It's
summarize,
along
but you're
those
not
lines.
saying
It's
what
along
I'm
those
saying.
lines. It's along those lines,
It's not along those lines, though.
bruv. You're arguing just to argue now.
No, but it's not along those lines.
So
I'm
what is
saying,
it about then? If it's not about money and
I,
women want to get with a man that can offer
I'm
security and
saying,
money, then what are you
women
talking about?
should women should build themselves up to
Yeah.
being financially stable and to being the woman that they want to be, not only financially but inside as well as that. When I mentioned women
But we was
learning
talking
to
about
love
the
themselves.
requirement, bro. Like, oh, you're
No,
so
but I'm
long-winded.
wait. I don't
Listen,
understand why you're not
listen.
letting me finish and then you're
Because you
confused
talk
on
for
what I'm
like
talking
45
about.
minutes.
No,
You
but I'm
talk for
saying,
45
okay,
minutes
cool.
each
So
time,
are
bro.
you actually listening to the 45
I've
minutes of
heard
when I'm
everything you
speaking?
said. I've heard
Okay,
everything you
do you
said.
understand
I've
what
heard
I'm
everything you
saying?
said. Yes, I
But do you
understand.
understand?
I understand. You're saying a woman should be financially where she needs to be, and
And
then boom,
mentally, and mentally.
and then she can ask for a man to be financially where he needs to be. I get it. Cool. It's not complicated what you're saying. You just say it in a very long-winded way. It's not
Because
complicated.
this is just the way I speak. Like,
Yeah, but
I'm
like
sorry.
it's this is not
I speak
this
with
live is not just
intellect and
about you,
sometimes
bro.
longevity. I
No,
speak
no,
with
no, no.
intellect
Stop
and
talking. Stop
longevity.
talking. Stop talking.
Why?
Because you talk for too long. Like there's
Okay,
me,
but
you,
you're
and
asking for my
Danny.
opinion. I'm going to give it.
But you talk too much, though. It's too much. It's too
How?
long. All right.
How?
It's nah. Forget the how. Listen. At the end of the day, yeah. My thing is this. I'm not saying guys should be broke and I'm saying that guys that if you're broke, you really don't want no woman in your life because she's gonna distract you. Number one, if she's allowing you to be in her life, she's gonna distract you from what you need to be doing, and then like, but you're not gonna really be able to attract quality that high quality because you're just not there yet. I get it, like, do you get what I'm saying? But my thing is this: if you are a woman who is at the front of your mind, you're thinking about money. In my opinion, you're a gold digger and you're not a good person, bro. Because if you're not even worried about the content of his character. You don't really care about his moral compass. That's why a lot of women they don't mind dating thugs and
Fucking
criminals and
God,
killers,
bro.
bro.
Oh my
Because
God.
if as long as the guy's got money, that's all that matters, bro.
Can I say something?
Nah, let me no, bro.
Yeah,
Let me
after you finish. I'm
speak.
talking about after you
Yeah,
finish.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like boom, like at the end of the day, yeah, like I just think this society that we live in is so materialistic and so money hungry and all kind of morals and having like integrity and core principle. That's why so many girls are doing OF because they're just money hungry, bro. That's why so many girls go Dubai and get defecated on because they're just going for money, bro. Like if everything you think about is money first, money, bro. I don't think you're probably going to be a good person because what if you get with a guy? Cool, he's got money, he's got it all patterned, he's paying for everything, yeah, and then God forbid he loses his job or whatever happens, life happens. Like you're gonna duck out?
Okay. Are you? I don't want to ask. Are you done? Are you done?
Fine,
Sounds rude.
fine.
But okay. Thank you. I just want to say that the way that you believe women think and then the way you want women to believe what men think is very contradictory. Like
What?
you think that women are just about money. So then when we think that
I'm going
men are
off of what you
wait,
said.
but
Oh
when
my
we
god! Oh
that
Jesus
means you didn't
Christ, bro.
understand what I said. So when I asked you, did you understand? You shouldn't have said yes because that's exactly what I'm not saying. And you're not even letting me finish. Like I literally said I didn't want to ask, are you done? Because that's rude. That sounds rude anyways. Like
Can I
so
say something?
what yeah, can I just finish really quickly and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll let you speak. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
Sorry
sorry,
about that.
sorry, sorry.
Okay, so what I was going to say is that you thinking that you thinking that women only care about money is basically the same thing as thinking that men only
I
care
said
about
if.
sex.
I said
No,
if. I'm not saying all women think like. I said if.
okay, calm. So I'm saying that what's it? I've been with niggas with money.
And why
However,
do
if
you
the
keep
person
saying the N word?
okay, wait.
Stop saying that word as well. Stop saying
Okay,
N word.
I've okay, cool. I've been with men with money, yeah, and regardless if the man has money, if he does not respect me, if he does not like, if he does not have, if he can't even hold a conversation, I don't like boring men. I like men that are vibe. Sorry about that. Someone called me. I don't like boring men. Like money is just something. It's like a plus. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like most women are looking for like comfortability, and they're looking for being stability as well as that. They want something that's stable, something that's consistent. That's why women, no matter how much money you have, she'll still complain about you if you're leaving on deliver for 8 hours. No matter how much money you have, she'll still question you if you're going out to the club too much. Because why? She wants to be stable. She wants stability. Regardless of how many good things you gift her, the moment that you don't text her for 2 hours, you're gonna be thinking like, why is he not texting you? What's he doing? What's he doing?
Alright,
So
can
it
you
doesn't
let
matter what
someone
the
else speak now?
sometimes
Can you
the
let
smaller
someone else
things
speak?
mean more than the bigger things.
Can you let
Sometimes,
someone else speak now? Cool. Can you
yeah.
let someone else
I
speak?
think Rihanna wanted to speak.
Hey, sorry. I just wanted to add that T, I do agree in the sense that I feel like women, part of picking a partner wisely is being able to assess how well or how, you know, how they can look after you and your offspring. So I feel like the money thing is quite important, and it doesn't mean that all women want or focused on is money. Like T said, it's just a plus. But also, I have a question for King Riches. A lot of the time, what I see with athletes and famous superstars, whatever, they when they get to that point in success, they normally leave behind the people who've been with them from day one. So,
Hundred
what do
percent.
you what do you have to say about people who do that? Because it seems to be like the majority of men, like once they get access to money and
They
people
start
like
living the rich life. Like, come
Yo, stop
on.
interrupting.
That's exactly what she meant, though.
But I don't need you to interrupt, fam. Like, for real,
What's your
stop
problem with me?
interrupting.
What's your problem with me?
Because you interrupt and you talk for very, very long. And I want
All
to
I
hear
said
somebody
is
else
they want
speak.
the rich life, and then I stopped after
Bro,
that.
bro, bro,
What do
bro.
you
If you
mean?
can't abide by the rules, you can go, fam. Like, you're getting on my nerves
I
now.
don't understand that. You're being
Stop
very
talking.
like what? You're literally shouting. Like I'm not
Bro,
shouting at
I'm
you.
going to give you one more chance. If you keep talking, I'm going to drop you, fam.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's like that, bro. Rihanna, continue,
Being very
please.
rude.
so
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
rude. I don't care, bro. I don't care. Rihanna, please continue.
Yeah, so I think in the same way that men are concerned about women only being with them for money, I feel like it's the same way women should be concerned that men might leave them for, a hotter new chick once they get successful. What do you think about that, like from a man's perspective?
I think that those guys are stupid. Like, I don't agree with those guys. I think them guys are idiots.
Shut up, nigga.
If somebody
Shut
was with
up.
you, let's get rid of you. You see how stupid some of you lot are so dumb. Like, this idiot came up to say shut up and then leave. Loser, you waste man, bruv. And I know you're a woman, you're still waste man, bruv. Yeah? You probably look like crap.
That
That's
was
not got
definitely a
time to
man.
do that.
That
Only
was
only
definitely a
only
man.
butters things have got time to do stuff like
That
that.
was definitely a man.
100%.
You can tell by
I
the
didn't
voice.
ask for your input. So anyway, answer Rihanna's question, yeah. Yeah, I think the guys are idiots. Like, if someone was down and with you on the come up, that's somebody you definitely need to hold on to them.
Yeah.
Like, and then those guys, those are the kind of guys that like they're gonna get messed up in the future. Like, these new women that they bring into their life are gonna mess them
Well,
up.
actually, sometimes that's not the case. The sad thing is, sometimes they actually go on to live happy lives with the women that they've ditched their day ones for.
But a
Can
lot
I
of
just
people are
say,
putting stuff in the chat, bro. Just know, like, when you see me outside, just make sure you have that same energy when you see me outside, bro. Because I'm a serious dude, so it's whatever, innit? But anyway, go on.
I was just going to say, I don't know whether I'm showing my age here. I'm a millennial. I don't know if we're in the chat with Gen Zs, but I just feel like the minute we start talking about money, we lose. There's loads of stereotypes that get put onto black women, as we spoke about the other day in Your Other Life. A common one that I hear is that we're gold diggers. I feel
Yeah.
like feeding into that, they're not kind sentiments. They're just And yeah, okay, yeah, money's nice, whatever. But is it the be all and end all? No, it's not. It shouldn't really factor in the whether you love someone. It shouldn't.
Okay,
I know that sounds really Disney-like, but
I know. Wait, can I say something? Is
Yeah,
that
go
okay?
on. Go on.
I was gonna say that in this day and life, you need money for everything. You need a money for a relationship. Who's gonna pay for
no,
the
you don't.
bill?
I
Yes, you
disagree.
do. You
No, you
can't
don't.
just. You can't just. You can't just.
No, you don't.
You do. Like, if you was going
No.
to move out with
How do people love
your
each other?
partner,
How do
we're
people
not
love
talking
each other
about.
in poor countries?
We're not talking
In
about
poor
love right
places,
now.
how do people love each other then?
Can I speak?
In
Like, you're
third
not
world
telling her that she's
countries.
interrupting me. Come on now, King
You have
Richard.
spoken a lot,
You're
and I've
saying
been
that
very
she's
patient.
interrupting
I've been
me.
very patient. I've got a lot to
But I
say.
said, can I speak? When you say, can I speak? I say, yeah, that's fine. And then I say, wait, hold on,
Yeah,
let me
but
let her
You,
speak.
like,
you don't
yeah,
give
but
anyone a
this is the
chance.
thing. Hold on, T. This is the thing. Like, you're not getting, yeah.
Well, she hasn't let me.
You see, you won't even let me speak. I said to you, nice. I said, T, let me speak, and you didn't let me speak. That's irritating when you do
The
that
reason why is because someone's just interrupting me. You didn't say anything.
because you spoke the most.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
but I
have.
literally just said, can I speak?
It
So
doesn't matter if you said, "Can I speak?" because you've already spoke a lot.
I'm not trying to run anything. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just want to say my point when I hear something. I want to say a
Okay, cool,
point.
but like, bro, like you have to realize if you've already monopolized out of the guests, you spoke the most. Yeah,
Yeah, I
somebody
understand.
else is speaking. You should feel like, rah, let me at least let them finish to entirety.
They did.
You
She
didn't. You
did.
interrupted her.
No,
No,
she
I
didn't finish. Can't
didn't.
lie to you. She didn't finish.
She didn't
Jesus
finish.
Christ! Like, how old are you, bro? Like,
She
what the
literally
hell?
said, I thought she
You
finished
act
her
like a little
point.
kid, fam. You act like a little kid the way you talk, bro. Like,
I thought
you
she
haven't
finished her
finished what she
point.
was saying. You were speaking. You were
Okay,
both speaking at
Danny,
the
you
same
can.
time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
My point to that about needing money for relationships is how do people love each other in poor countries, and how do people have successful relationships without money in
Yeah,
third world
true.
countries, and long-lasting marriages and things like that.
All right.
Money, love, and relationships are not synonymous at all.
Danny, I feel like no, I understand that. I totally resonate with that, but I feel like it's purely circumstantial. Like it depends where you are in the world. You know, like to say more money, more access to money, more problems. We live in a very capitalist society where, for example, in New York or in central London, there's certain things you need to live a comfortable life, and it's not like you're targeting men because of the money, but it's something that is in addition to love that helps. In the past, it would have been how strong or how tall or the man's genetics, how good he is, and how likely he is to pass down his genetics onto your kids and protect you. Those are things that mattered in the past, but now we live in an industrialized capitalist society. Money is what matters for survival. And it's not to say that if the person doesn't have money, you shouldn't go for them. It's an addition, and I don't respect women who solely target people because of money. But what I'm saying is, to reaffirm T's point, that it's a very understandable requirement. It shouldn't be the be all and end all, but it's an understandable requirement of someone who's been brought up in a capitalist society that runs on money for survival.
That's
I
all.
agree.
So how high do you think it should rank then?
Can
Say if you
I?
had sort of, how high should it be on the list of non-negotiables?
Well, I think it depends. It changes. It varies from place to place, location to location. I'm from Ghana, for example, and in Ghana things are tough. So a lot of women are looking for people with money, and it's not that okay if they don't have money, it's a deal breaker. But these things are very important in a society like West Africa where people don't get handouts, they're not on universal credit, you're completely self-made. And if you're going to bare your body to someone and have their children, you need to know that those children can eat. So what I'm saying is that it varies. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's like saying how long's a piece of string. It changes. That's my point.
I
Yeah. Can
agree
I?
with
Can
you.
I?
I agree with
Okay.
you. I agree with you. And but my thing is this. My only thing about this whole money thing is this. Yeah, we that live in London or UK or even America as well. Yeah, we know that we don't live in the 1940s
Yeah.
where a man could basically take care of himself and his family just on his wage,
Mm, yeah.
like the average guy. Because remember, in the 1940s, because with this the whole idea that women have of a man is meant to pay for everything, this is a traditional ideology from a traditional time in history with a traditional economy. We don't live in that economy no more. Do you get what I'm saying? And even
Yeah.
now with all this AI and everything, where
So when
people's
I
jobs
said
are
that, why
going,
did I?
like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
so,
why did you said this, bro?
bro, are you interrupting again, fam?
I'm not interrupting. I'm saying I said this, and then when I said it,
Bro, I
everyone
haven't
looked at me like
finished what
I'm
I'm saying.
dumb.
Jesus Christ, bro. Like, you're actually pissing me off,
No, but
bro.
what you said, I
Bro, I
said
don't need
that.
you. I don't need your help, bro. Let me just say what I'm saying. If I forget something, say it after.
I've been trying.
No, bruh, like, bruv, please, I'm begging you. I'm trying to be nice, bruv, like, but you're starting to irritate me now, bruv. Like, let me just finish what I'm saying. Yeah. Back in the day, a man could look after his wife and kids just on his wage. The woman didn't need to work. We don't live in that time now. The cost of living is high. Yeah, in most times a woman is going to have to contribute. I'm not saying necessarily 50-50, but if you want to have a certain standard of living, the woman's going to have to contribute. A lot of women are modern women but still have that traditional
Yeah, I
requirement
agree.
of men,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work, bro. And this is why guys will come out and say, "Oh, all these women, they just want money. They just want money."
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
women are saying, "Oh, you got to take me on expensive dates before you've even made any
Yeah,
commitment to
no,
me.
that's
You want an
unrealistic.
expensive date. You want presents. You want holidays. You want this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're not even married yet. So
Well,
what's gonna happen when we're married, fam?
and
And
I
the
think,
reality
sorry.
is, most guys are
Yeah,
not rich. This is the
yeah,
truth. I don't care
yeah.
what you see on Instagram. I don't care how many
Hmm.
Rolexes you see. I don't care how many Mercedes you
Yeah.
see. Most guys are not rich. So when women go bang on and on and on about money, and then the
Hmm.
next thing they're gonna shame men and say, "Oh, it's only because you're broke you're saying that." That's not true. Most people, not just men, most
Yeah,
people are living month to month.
yeah.
Did you? I saw a stat and it said most people don't even have £200 in their bank
Oh
account
yeah,
saved.
easy, easy. Well, King, one thing I wanted to add to that is no, I agree with that, and I think I was listening to what you guys were saying earlier about settling, and I mean, I tried to kind of chime in the chat, and I think the word that we were looking for is compromise. That you can a lot of people they don't settle as such in every sense of that word. It's more compromise, and I think when people find the right person, you have to come to a level of understanding where it's give and take, right? And I think this should apply to finances, where you know the man brings some, the woman brings some. But I do agree in this day and age, women are expecting men to cover everything, but that it doesn't work in the society we live in. It's not doable, it's not livable. So it's making men bitter, and then this is creating a toxic cycle where women are becoming bitter off of the back of men becoming bitter. And then,
Yes.
it's just it's a vicious cycle, and then we're all hating each other.
Yeah.
So I think it's managing expectations and willing to come to a compromise, being willing to come to a compromise, and in successful relationships where money is not an issue, both men and women are willing to do their part financially.
All right,
Okay,
T
can I?
gone.
Can,
T
okay.
gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I completely agree, and this is why I said if your standards are high, you need to make sure you match your standards as a woman. Which is why I said because everybody is not rich, and nowadays, like around the ages around like let's say like 21 to 25, 26, that's when people's come ups don't normally start coming. Like normally people can actually afford for themselves. People out of relationship who are maybe are looking for a relationship, they're gonna be able to only afford for themselves. That's what I'm saying. If you want a man that's able to afford you and himself at the same time, then you need to build yourself to the point where you can afford yourself. Then you can start asking for a pool of men that apply to the standard that you can keep for yourself. I don't think women should be asking men for things that they can't even do for themselves. You shouldn't be asking for a holiday if you cannot book a holiday yourself. You should not be asking for a Gucci bag if you can't even get a coach bag. Do you get what I'm saying? Everything that you ask from a man should be able to be like what you do for yourself. And that's why I said women should build themselves mentally so they choose the right men. That's the point I was basically trying to make.
T, let me ask you a question, yeah? With what that point you just made, yeah? Alright, cool. What you're saying, I agree with it. You know, if you can't do something for yourself, don't be asking. Look, that guy's not your dad. Stop asking him. Yeah. But at the same time, let's say you get into this relationship with this guy. Yeah. Cool. So, are you going 50-50 with this guy, or is he paying majority, if not everything?
I feel like I'm the type of person, like I'm more of a person that wants to make my person's day convenient. So let's say you mentioned to me like, oh, let's say you got long hair, you mentioned to me like, oh, I need some rubber bands. Let's say I was going to the shop, I'll get rubber bands. Like I'll do stuff like that's more
Rubber
convenient.
bands.
Like no, like let's say no, but that's more convenient because you didn't have to go out and get it yourself. However, when it comes to like gifting and stuff like that, I do gift the person I'm with. When it comes to like, yeah, when it comes to like gifting, and let's say he did something nice for me, I'll do something nice for him. Like I feel like a
So
man
your
should
love
put,
language is acts of service.
well, it can be, but I'm saying that
Yeah,
I feel
rubber
like
bands.
I feel like gifting should go both ways. When it comes to giving your person something, it should be both ways. However, I feel like the man should set the tone first. That's all it is to me. I feel like because men lead relationships, I feel like a man should be a leader.
See,
So
let me
what
ask
you
you a
want
question. Let
is
me
just to
ask
be
you a
what you
question, yeah?
give.
I mean, I did, because I asked you a question, do you think 50-50, would you go 50-50? You didn't answer that question. You said something.
Well, it's basically that I said that I feel like I would go 50, like on a date. Like you're talking about like on a date.
I'm talking about in a relationship. Like you said, so what you're saying is you believe women should build themselves up financially to a certain level so that they're self-sufficient, right? So anything that they want, they can get it themselves. So when they get with a guy, yeah, they are in a position where they can ask for these things because they can do it for themselves, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, so if you're both at that same level, yeah, that means you're kind of relatively around the same level, or maybe he makes a bit more, yeah. Once you're in a relationship with him, should he now pay for everything or majority of everything?
No, I don't think men should pay for everything. At the end of the day, like you should be able to. Just because you have a man doesn't mean he pays for everything. I feel like a man should. I feel like a man should want to do that anyway for you. I feel like it shouldn't be a type of thing where it's like men should do it. I feel like men should want to do it because they actually like you. I feel like men should be more genuine because when I
I'm not
like
talking
somebody, I
about the
want to
men. I'm
spend on
talking
them
about
like,
you. I'm talking about
yeah, I
you.
know, but when I like somebody, I want to spend on them. Like, I want to make them happy. Like, when you actually like somebody, you do stuff to just to make them happy. And if you know that thing will make them happy, you'll do it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I feel
Yeah,
like it
but
shouldn't be a
paying the
thing where
rent and
like,
paying the yeah, but paying rent and paying bills and paying
okay, are you talking
utilities
about
and
in the
paying for
types of
everything.
like rent
That's
and stuff?
not
This is
just
why I
because I
said
like you. I'm doing it because it
this
has to
is
be done.
okay. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You should be. I don't think a man should pay rent that unless you're living with me and like you want to cover the whole thing when you're living with me. But I feel like a man shouldn't pay for a woman's rent if he's not living with her.
No, that's oh god. You know,
But you said
listen,
rent,
are
utility
you
bills.
doing 50-50 with a guy that you're with? Yes or no, bruv? Like
But I don't know in what terms because I was talking.
in
I
terms
said,
of money,
yeah, but what does that
paying
mean?
for
Like,
life because life is costs.
Are
There's
you
a cost of
splitting the
living.
bill 50-50? Are you
but that's
splitting
what I
rent?
literally
Are you
asked him, and he
splitting
said
car insurance?
no.
Yeah,
I
yeah or
literally
no?
asked him, and I said, and he said no. He said when I said on a date, he said no in general.
Yeah, just in general.
In
Like, if you
general,
live with someone, like, if you have a joint account, you're putting both your funds
I would not
into
have a
the
joint
joint.
account.
Okay, so no.
so the answer is no then, because you
No, but
because
doesn't
you
mean
just
that.
said
Doesn't mean that,
you
that
wouldn't have a
just because
joint
I said I
account.
wouldn't have a joint account doesn't mean I'm not going
No, I
50-50.
get.
Like
Okay,
money can
cool,
still
cool, cool,
reach
cool,
out my
cool.
own account. Like
That's
what?
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But what we're trying to, because I think like it's like you say some things and it's kind of like a bit contradictory. Like
How? What's contradictory
because
that I
you're
said?
saying, because like for instance, when I said would you do 50-50, you said no. I don't believe I would do 50. No, I would do 50-50, but a man should want to pay for everything. That's a bit contradictory. A little.
How?
Because you're expecting the guy to you think in your head
No, I didn't say
if
I'm.
the guy
Oh
actually
my
likes you,
god.
if the I'm going off of what you're saying. I'm
No,
not
this is
making
no,
up
but you're not.
stuff.
You're trying to take what I'm saying and put it into a different context and put a different
No, I'm
narrative.
not. I'm actually
Yes, you
not.
are, because you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. If
So
I'm
how can I
saying
repeat what
that
you
I
said if
would
I'm
go
not
50
listening?
50, that means I would not mind paying for things in a relationship. It's a basic thing for a woman to pay for something in a relationship. Like, there's some relationships about what works for you. There's some relationships where a woman doesn't pay for anything. There's some relationships that a woman pays for
I'm
everything.
talking about
There's
you though.
I'm saying that in terms of me, I would not mind paying for things in my relationship. However, I feel like men in general, which means that out of my relationship, which, well, I would like anyways, but men in general, if you're with a woman and you like that woman, you should want to do those type of things for her. I don't think it should be a discussion like,
So in essence, the man should want to pay for everything, right?
yeah, but if a man does not want to, it doesn't make it a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. If a
So
man,
okay, cool.
if
But like, okay, cool. Let's expand on what you're saying. So if you get with a guy and he doesn't pay for everything, then what does that tell you?
it tells me that, wait, if he doesn't pay for everything, he doesn't pay for anything.
If he doesn't pay for if he doesn't pay for everything, or he doesn't pay for majority of things, what does that tell you according to your logic?
Okay, give me specific things that he pays for.
Oh, bro, come on, bro. You
Yeah,
just
because it
said that.
depends.
You just said that if the guy really likes you, he should want to pay for everything, right? And the only way you're gonna get with a guy is because you've got with a guy that he can afford the things that you already do for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, if you get with that said guy who has that said amount of finance, and you get with him and he doesn't pay for the majority of things, what does that say about that guy to you?
I feel like it depends on the time I've been with the person. It depends on how comfortable I am with that person. I feel like I cannot expect a man to just meet me and then pay for everything. That's not how it works. I feel like the more you build with somebody and over time, the more they will feel the need. I feel like men are like not slow, but men are slow to actually show how they feel to a woman, because I feel like men not really, but men are not really in touch with how they feel. So I feel like they're very slow to show how they feel to show how they feel about a woman. So I feel like if I was to get with a man and it's like within 3 months, I wouldn't expect him to pay for everything. Like, let's say I had a boyfriend for 2 years, I would expect him to want to pay for a majority of things, because not majority of things, but certain things I would want you to want to do that. But if you didn't do that, because I can do it for myself, it wouldn't be an issue.
But
However,
you're literally
I would
waffling at this point.
because I can do it
What
for
does that
myself,
mean
it would not be an
exactly?
issue.
Sorry,
Because
I'm just
I can do it for
joined.
myself. Because I can do it for myself, it would not be an issue. However, if I am with you for 2 years max, I'm expecting, because I was with somebody for 2 years max, and they did do all of that because they wanted to. They didn't do it. I never had to ask. I don't think women should have to ask for a man to do stuff.
You
It's
still
T,
haven't
it's
answered the
dumb.
T,
question, but it's
Like,
all right.
would you
It's all
mind
right.
if
You
I
didn't
just
answer the
jump in a
question.
little bit here?
of
Yeah,
course
you
I
didn't
do.
answer the
Sorry, I'm
question, but yeah,
Kemi.
let Kemi speak. Go on,
I
go on.
just wanted to say, T, hey, I've been listening in the comments, and I just think that T is saying a very valid point, and I understand what she's saying. I just think it's coming across wrong to you. And all I wanted to say is, T, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but all I think she's trying to say is that in her eyes, she views a man as a provider. So when she's with a man, and this is not me saying that this is every woman's point of view, but from what I'm getting from what you're saying, T, is that you view a man as a provider in a way that when he's with you, you expect him to want to have the feeling of wanting to make your life easier. If he understands
Yes.
there's a problem, he wants to fix it. That may not mean money wise, but I think what you're trying to say is if you're having a bad day, you say, for instance, because your light broke in your room, maybe he comes to help you figure it out,
Yeah, like I feel like
or
that's way more sentimental.
Let her
Like,
I think
finish.
yeah.
that's what she's
Let
just
her
trying to say.
finish.
So am I right with that, would you say?
Yes, I feel like when I said like even the small thing when I said rubber bands, everybody was laughing, but convenience in someone's day means way more than gifting someone an LV bag. Like, I'm saying that just the little things that men do with women matter more than the big things. Like, it could be like, oh, I told you, oh, my Crocs broke. Let's say I had Crocs. I don't even have Crocs, but let's say I had Crocs, and I was like, oh, babe, like my Crocs broke today. Like, well, oh, what am I gonna do? I was gonna wear them tomorrow. Like, and then he was to order you Crocs. That would mean more than if a man was to order me an LV bag because he's actually being attentive. There's intent behind it. That's why I
I
said I feel
think
like
your
men are not
points are
very
right, T, but
genuine.
you have to keep them to the point, because with certain
Yes,
people,
keep them
when
to the
you say
point.
things, how you're explaining what you're saying is making other people confused. I definitely get what you're saying as a woman. I'm sitting down and I'm getting what you're saying, but I think to other people in the comments, they're taking it as a different thing. But I think what everyone needs to understand is T's main point here is that when she's in a relationship, she just wants someone that's making her life easier. That may not mean financially, but she wants to feel like the person she's with is put in her needs and what may be going wrong, or wanting to be the fixer in her life, which I think it's not a bad thing and it's not wrong. And I do understand what she's saying in that aspect. But I think when you're saying stuff, just be to the point with it so people fully understand where you're coming from.
Yep.
I don't understand how I'm not going to the point. Like,
Because you're
I feel like
long-winded.
I
I
feel like
told you that. That's like
I'm just
10 times.
I feel like I'm just a deep talker. Like when I talk, I
No,
like
it's
to
not
deeply
deep
explain
talker.
stuff.
You saying
No,
loads
but
of
you're saying
things
I'm
as if
going on
it's
a
just
rant. That's me
confusing.
deeply explaining
I
something.
also understand what you're saying, but the original question is kind of like to do with finances, but then we've gone
Yes.
on a tangent, or like,
Because
if
he
things
kept
might come
asking me
up,
questions, and the questions
like, but just
I'm
if
trying to answer his questions, but it's like he's
but
not
if
clear.
we
He's
if
being
it's a
vague.
yes or
Why didn't you
no,
His
take
questions
time to
are
listen?
too vague, and then you guys are mad when
It
you don't
wasn't vague
understand.
at all. No,
no,
But when I
no,
was
bruv.
asking you,
No,
oh, is it
bruv.
to do with a
No,
date?
bruv. What I
Is it
said
to do
wasn't
with
vague,
no,
this?
bro.
You
it's
were
No,
not
not
bro, stop
vague.
answering my
talking. Stop talking.
question.
Stop talking. Stop
It's pure.
talking. Stop talking, fam. I'm guessing that everybody else here is older than you, and you talk the most like you know the most.
I didn't
You
say
need
that.
to chill.
You're
You
telling
need
me I
to
talk the most like
chill.
I know the
You
most.
need to
I
chill.
never
You
said I
need to
knew the
chill.
most.
You need to chill.
I never said I knew the most.
Bruh. Stop answering back, fam. I don't
Why?
always need that extra bit at the end, bruv. Like,
Do you just
just,
want to
just,
dominate me? Is
just
that
chill,
it?
just relax,
Like, I don't
relax.
understand.
Bro, stop talking, fam. Thank you.
About
Yeah.
I'm shallow. Like what? I don't
Oh
understand.
my days, bro. I have to just mute you, bro, because you just can't stop talking. Like, you just cannot actually stop.
I'll mute myself.
Good. Friggin' hell, bruv.
Think with
Like,
it,
I'm not trying to, I swear I'm not
no.
trying to
I
be
don't think
horrible,
you
you
are,
know?
but I think the biggest thing we all even need to remember is everyone's points of views is coming from their own life experiences. No one knows every man and woman in this world.
Yeah,
No
sure.
one can speak on men generally or women generally because you have not dated every woman on this planet or you have not dated every man on this planet. So everyone's point of view is also coming from their own walks of life and what they've seen from the people they've dated or encountered. So all of our points are very much personal and biased because it's not a generalistic comment of every single person in this world. And that's all I do want to say.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But like the questions I was asking was specific to finances, so it definitely did go on a tangent and went started talking about other stuff. Like when I was very specific to what I was talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? But Kemi, let me ask you your opinion, yeah? Like boom, like about the title of this actual live stream because we kind of just gone off that, yeah. Like, what do you think about why women love toxic guys? Why is that?
Well, if I'm going to answer the question from my point of view, I just think in the generation we live in at this moment, it's very lustful. It's lost the sense of let's date, let's actually get to know each other, and let's take things step by step and see where they go. As you said, a lot of people expect a lot from the beginning, which I think from both sides, you shouldn't expect so much from somebody that you've just met. You also need to allow yourself to get to know people. I think people sometimes they're getting in these lustful situations after a couple of dates. And like you said, it's really, I think with certain women, they expect a certain thing because of what they are also viewing. I'm sorry, but the world is full of relationships that unfortunately show unrealistic,
Yep.
ways of how a relationship is, especially in this generation. Now, that's not me saying that as a woman you should not put yourself in a position to get a certain type of treatment or a certain type of energy for a man. That's not me saying that. But I think, unfortunately, a lot of young girls have very unrealistic values of
Yes.
what a man should be doing for them
I
at, 18 or 19 years of age. What is that man doing when he's working at Sainsbury's? What are you really expecting him to do for you? Take you out on 6 dates to the Shard? He'll be broke. So I think that part upsets me, especially because I have, little brothers. And I don't want, them to feel like they're less than because they may not be able to provide what they see another 22-year-old that's maybe an entrepreneur doing good for themselves and can provide a little bit more because that's their means. I think we need to understand what the men of today are going through, what are their circumstances, and what can they provide for you within their means. Now, if they have a certain means to provide something for you, and they're choosing not to do that, and you're taking that in a way. Move yourself from situation. And I think it just takes analyzing things. It takes understanding what you're willing to accept in a relationship and making that choice. But a lot of people just don't do that, unfortunately. They look online, they want this or they
Yeah.
want that. They want someone to come in and fix all their problems. And unfortunately, that isn't going to happen.
A lot. I think that, guys do it too. Don't get me wrong. Guys are like expecting some baddie chick, but I honestly will say that most guys will fall back down to earth very quickly, well quicker in comparison to like the girls. Because like for instance, if a girl's pretty, she may come into contact with some of these guys that have got money and stuff like that that can sell them this dream of, oh yeah, you're gonna be my girl and we're gonna live this rock star life. Yeah, they might sell them the dream. They might sleep with a rapper here and there. Do you get what I'm saying? Which will reinforce their idea of what they require from a guy. But as I said already, yeah, most guys are average. That's why average exists.
Yeah.
Because average is the mode, it's the median, it's the most. So, and I've asked women this many times, and I'll ask you lot as well. Do you think that the majority of average women would be happy to settle with an average man?
Yes.
You think so? Really?
Nah,
A lot of women
speak.
who are 10 out of 10 with men who treat them.
That's not an average woman, though.
Well, okay, maybe, okay, well, with a decent average looking women with less than average looking men, not just about looks, but men who can't provide. That's why you have so many single mothers, single people who have gotten out of toxic relationships, things like that. And I think women's criteria for selecting men is a lot more, let's say, relaxed than a man's criteria for accepting.
Can I
Relax.
speak?
Are you sure about that?
Can I speak after her?
In my
Why would you
opinion,
think
yes.
that?
Well, I think if a man, okay, I might be going off on a tangent here, but I feel like, just disclaimer, but I feel like if a man, like men, in my opinion, they're able to put themselves first better than a woman is. So
And this is
when
wait.
when a man doesn't like something in a woman, he jumps, he goes, right? But women are able to compromise a little bit more. They may like a guy and think, oh, they're more emotionally invested. So if the guy,
What?
no,
Most relationships are ended by women.
okay, maybe. I mean, marriages and things like that, but that's for serious issues.
Can I say something based on what she said?
Before marriage, relationships, most times, girls, it's women that will end the relationship. They will walk
Yeah.
away from the guy.
Can I?
But
So
that's after,
that
but
makes
a lot of women check out mentally a long time before they check out physically, but they give it a lot more chances. For example, if the guy cheats or is doing her dirty, they give, as a woman, we give a lot more leniency to men than if a woman cheats, a man's out the door. Kind of thing. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Can
The
I?
only time a woman is going to put up with a guy cheating or doing something like that is if he's good looking dude or he's got money.
Not really. You'd
Can
be
I say
surprised.
something?
You'd be surprised.
Can I
Sorry,
say
Keith.
something?
I
So
don't, but let me
I
just
don't-
say this one thing though before you jump in, yeah. Like, what did you say? Women have more lenient requirements out of men.
When they are with
That's a
men,
lie.
when they are with the men, not for finding men, but when they are with the man, when they're emotionally invested.
Yeah, but that's already, you're already in there. Like, for the guy to get in, listen, for the guy to get in the relationship, that is not an easy operation.
Right.
That's not a quick mission, bruv. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
need
see what you're saying.
think about it. You need to fit the facial criteria, the build criteria, the height criteria. That's just looks.
But this is
Now
not
you need
women.
the
I
finances.
feel like
Now you need the game. Now
is-
you need to have the way you speak. You need to speak good. You need
Well,
social
I don't know.
skills.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something? So basically,
A
what I
woman
was gonna
just
say,
needs- Initially, a woman just needs to look good. Initially, that's it.
bro. Can I say something?
Go on.
Cool. So what I was going to say is that I think that you're completely wrong because the reason why I think you're completely wrong is because I've seen many pretty girls be with an ugly guy. I've seen many pretty girls be with an ugly guy for the basis of the fact that they're funny. I feel like if other attributes are better than an attribute that you want, like sometimes I would say to myself, oh, I want a 6 foot guy. But then I'll still chat to a guy that's 5'8" because obviously I'm 5'4", so I don't need a guy to be that tall. However, it's nice to have a guy that tall, but bro, if a guy is 5'8" and he's funny and he's good looking, I will still chat to him regardless of the fact that he's 5'8". Why? Because he has other attributes that complete the one that's lacking. When you have an attribute that's better, it's more likely that a girl is willing to compromise with you because the attribute is better. Like for
Like
example, you
money,
would
yeah?
chat to a girl.
Like money.
No,
Like
for
money.
example, if you was to chat to a girl, let's say she didn't have the biggest back, but she had a beautiful smile, or she was very funny, she made you laugh, you'll still be willing to chat to that girl, even though she doesn't have the biggest back, because she has another attribute
Okay,
that's
but
better than that.
the argument was is that Rihanna was saying that women are more lenient. That was the
Yes,
argument.
I agree with that because when women are more emotionally invested into relationships, so that means that their
Before
feelings
you
are
get into the
stronger.
bro,
Are you talking
before you
about
get to the
before the relationship?
relationship,
Are you talking about before the
there is
relationship?
stages. Listen, there's stages before you're jumping straight to when you're in the relationship. I'm saying before you to even be attracted to the person on first sight in the initial phase. You
An
don't
ugly
just
guy with
see
nice
someone within a
chat
relationship.
can
You
get a
need to
pretty girl.
attract that person
An,
first.
okay, but an ugly guy with nice chat can still get a girl. If a guy is charming, if he has charm, he can still get a girl regardless if he's ugly.
I agree.
I've had ugly guys I've had ugly guys, well not ugly in it, but I've had guys that are not specifically my type. They've talked me up, and I've actually still spoken to them. Why? Because they were funny, they were charming, they made me laugh. There's other attributes. Women think of
And
more
where are
attributes.
they? Where
Men,
are those guys?
women think of more
Where are those
attributes.
guys now?
Women, can I speak? Women, what's it? Oh my god! See, now you just made me lost what I was gonna say. Like, and then you'll say I'll go on a tangent. Like, I just need to remember what I'm saying, bro. Fuck, man. Yo,
Hey, don't come on here swearing, bruv. Like, what do you think this is, bruv?
what's it?
No,
Women
no, no,
are
no, no,
more.
no, no, no,
Oh
no. Hey,
my
it's not what's it,
god,
bruv.
bro.
Nah, it's not
Women.
what's it. Don't come here swearing
women
and
are
doing
more
all of this, bruv.
likely women are more likely to compromise in a relationship with a man than a man is to a woman. Not even a relationship, even in a talking stage. To even get into the relationship, you need to talk in the first place, which means that women that are talking to unattractive guys or socially unattractive guys is because they have another attribute that helps that.
That is
The
above
attributes that
average.
the women attributes are not just money. Attributes that women think about is not just money. Hence why there's many niggas with money that still get dropped by
Bro,
women.
I said
Why?
stop
Because
saying
they
the
don't.
N word, bro. Stop
There's
swearing,
there's
bro.
many men with different with money that still get dropped by women. Didn't what's his name? Burna Boy has a
I
lot of
bro,
money.
like, I
However,
next
Burna
speech to guest
Burna
because
Boy
you're
has a
too
lot of
long.
money.
Remnant,
However,
remnant,
Steph
remnant,
London still
remnant.
dropped him. No,
Yo, hey,
which means that
stop
he was
talking, fam. Jesus Christ, fam.
lacking in a certain
Bro,
field.
bro, 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 bro. If like you're gonna have to get dropped if don't do that.
You need to let me finish
Nah,
though.
don't, bro.
You
You're
let
getting on my
everyone
nerves.
finish.
Be
You let
quiet.
everyone
Be
finish
quiet.
but
Let someone
me.
else speak.
That's fine, but you let everyone finish but me. Why?
Because you
Why?
talk for too long.
How did I talk for the same amount of time as
No, you
Kemi and you
don't,
didn't say
fam.
anything? Kemi, don't you think you spoke for long, but
Let's
you didn't say
just try
anything?
and be like
Bruv, that
respectful.
it's
There's
not your
You
there's
just
all different
listen,
people
disrespect
hold
in the
on.
me. That's
It's
chat.
not your
it.
life.
No,
You
no,
Like
I'm
if you
disrespect
not
don't
saying
like
that
it,
to Eva. I'm
no, no,
saying
no,
that
no,
to
no, no, no.
everybody.
No,
Like,
you
on a
let's
real
just
disrespect
try
one.
and
If
everyone.
you
support
don't
You
like it,
everybody
you
disrespect
can
me,
go.
equally.
but
You can go. You can
you
go.
respect
If you
everyone.
don't like it, you can go, bruv.
No, you respect
If
everybody
you
but
don't
me.
like it, you can go. This
But
is
why do you
bro.
disrespect me though?
I'm not
Why?
disrespecting you. I'm having
How?
rules
You're
on my
raising
own
your
life.
voice. That's a
Bro,
sign of
you're getting on my nerves,
disrespect.
bro. You're out, bro. You
Is
just
raising a
jarring me.
voice not a
You just jarring me, bro. I've had enough of that girl. She's jarring, bruv. Bruv, she was so jarring, bro. I was trying my best, but like she wouldn't stop talking. She always has to say something. Even when you women are talking, she would interrupt. I can't have it, bro. Like she's just jarring, getting on my nerves. Anyway, remnant, your turn, go on.
Thank you for letting me up host. So, why do females choose bad guys? I think that is cool whether they have daddy issues or they are from two-parent households. The cool factor is they all want to be treated like community boxes. Because that's what bad boys do. Bad boys don't treat you like a wife. They don't treat you like a traditional woman. They don't even treat you like a feminine woman. No, they treat you like a hyena. They treat you like you're a 304. They dog you out like a 304. So that's the core of it. They want men to treat them who they are, as community boxes.
Mad. What do you women got to say to that?
I don't know if I'd be so raw as that, but I do think that women have egos and often feel like we can change the bad boy, or we'll be the one to change the person who's toxic. And I feel like that's a little thing that we have within ourselves sometimes.
I would say, hi, King. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, man. I'm in a good mood, man. Get me?
I can tell because that's what I said earlier in the chat. I was like, do you know what? You seem really calm. But yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you? Do you think before we get onto the topic, do you think I was being horrible to that girl?
Listen, initially, I feel like you did have a lot of patience, but I did say to T in the chat, I said she's very intelligent. Obviously, she's very educated, but she needs to just listen a little bit more.
A little
Allow
bit,
her to
yeah.
speak and kind of just, just be a bit succinct with her points. Yeah, because
She was giving good points. That's what I was saying
she's
before. It was the
smart
way
as
she
heck.
was saying it.
Yeah, and
Like
she's
they're
young
saying
as
I was
well.
trolling her, but I wasn't trolling her. Like honestly, like, but I can tell, like, you lot saying, oh, she's very intelligent. I think, yeah, maybe a little bit, but with that, you should know when it's time to give other people a chance to speak, and I don't think she's learnt that. You get what I'm saying? She was doing these mad long monologues that were going into different directions. I asked her a straight question and she went into a big monologue, bro. Like, bro, like, come on, man. It's not about you. This live isn't T's live, bro. No.
The
So
thing is,
that's what.
self-awareness comes with time and maturity. So I feel like maybe something like today might even enhance her going forward. So
Probably not.
yeah, let's
But
see.
anyway.
Anyway. So I just wanted to talk about your point where you said, does the average woman feel like she can set with the average guy? And I would say,
Does she want to? Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't want to. I'm not going to lie to you. The average woman feels like she can always do better. Society, friends, family gas up women's heads to be like, oh, don't worry about him. He's nothing. He's this. He's that. You can do better. And women roll with that narrative. They're a little bit delusional. I'm not going to lie. Especially with now. See, every woman can go to the shop and buy a wig, buy makeup, get enhancements. So it kind of like alters women's perception of themselves in terms of the hierarchy that they are in terms of attractiveness in society and who they can actually get.
What do you ladies think about it?
You
I
know,
agree with that point. I do like that point that you've made. And it just goes back to what I was saying, which it's the expectation. And even another part, what I was going to mention, it's a big thing of who are you around? Who are you discussing your dating life with? Who are you discussing who is close to you with? Is that person, when you bring up one little issue that you have with, if you're dating someone and let's say you guys have had an argument about something, are you going to someone that's going to give you general advice? Or is one of your friends just saying, do you know what, drop him, fuck that? Do you get what I mean? It's
Yeah.
the first, just go. I think sometimes people need to realize shit's gonna happen, and I'll definitely say that. And when you're starting off young, especially now in places where we change every year, every month, we evolve, you sometimes you have to understand where are these things coming from. If you have an argument, one thing I do is I just like to analyze stuff. Where is this coming from? Is there potentially something else going on in this person's life that could potentially be adding on to other stresses or causing them? Do you get what? I just don't think in this generation we go deep into, people have mental battles that they're facing, stuff going on at home that all can seep into your relationship sometimes without you realizing. And I just think no one has the time and patience anymore to just really sit down and grow with someone. They want someone to come already perfectly packaged.
Yep.
And that isn't going to be the case, especially when you're young and you're still growing and evolving. So that's more of my point of view. But I definitely agree with what you said there.
Yeah.
I
Danny.
also, sorry, I just wanted to add, yeah, I don't believe that females want average men. The reality is that females, they attract men when they leave the house. Okay, there's always going to be a guy there that's going to want to have intercourse with them. So when you take a look at why they wear the weave, the makeup, the tight clothes, go to the gym just to get a big nyash, this body aesthetic, they're doing it for above average men.
Yes.
Everything that they're doing is for above average men, even if it's getting a guy that they don't usually get. Even that for them is like above average because I don't usually get this kind of guy, so I'm gonna do overtime to do it. So the fact that they will lie and say no, they're not. No, you don't do all of that just to get some any guy from the street because you wouldn't need to do that to get him.
It's like when women say, "Oh, I got BBL for myself." How did you get a BBL for yourself, blood? It's for other people to. It's for someone else to enjoy, bruv. Do you get it? Like, what do you mean, bruv? Like, or to at least attract a certain type of guy.
It's true. It's like the word average has been so demonized now. But if you think about it, average is not that bad. And I feel like a lot of, I will say men do know how to settle for average.
Yeah.
Right? But it's women that we kind of have a little bit of trouble like accepting the reality of our circumstances. But the average is not bad.
Especially if you're doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, like, and then you're seeing all of these yachts and rock stars and all of this blah blah blah. Then you're thinking, oh, I deserve that life too. Oh, Timmy's not giving me that
Entitlement,
life.
that's what it's called, entitlement. Yeah. But you need to look at the quality of men you actually attract on a day-to-day basis. That's a good assessor of what you can get, the type of men that are actually coming to you, what you're attracting. Yeah.
Rihanna, Danny, do you want to add anything?
Well, I do. I don't know if I mean, to say all of that, I don't. Maybe I'm an anomaly, but I don't feel that women are as male-centered as what's been making out. Like, we don't. People can lose weight for themselves or improve their looks for themselves. BBL might be something different. I don't know, but I don't know if people are going. I don't know if women are going to the gym to attract higher than average men. I don't really know if that is the real drive.
Yeah. I think
Because if you really go to the gym is like a new corn site. Why are females looking tight? They look like they barely have any clothes on.
That's
She
what I
has
was gonna
leggings
say.
and you can see her crack.
No,
And you
I
say
went to the
you
gym
go to it for
today
male
and
attraction?
people were clothed. People were clothed at the
No,
gym.
when
But like
when I
certain
say
times
they
when you go
clothes,
gym and it's like you're at the beach, fam.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
It's
I
getting
don't,
a
we
bit
can't,
ridiculous.
but that's not for every single person.
No, not for
like,
everyone.
we can't
Not
say
every,
that. There are a lot
But
of
it's,
people that are in the gym for
I'd say
fitness.
1 in 10. I'd say 1 in 10. I was with my mum the other day. Sorry, we were at the leisure centre taking my daughter swimming, and this woman, I swear to God, you could see everything. There was no point. Like, she might as well have come naked. And my mum obviously was looking at her like, what? And I was like, yes, mum, this is how people are training. Like,
this is it.
so I think yes and no. There's some people who will, but it's getting a bit mad. I can't lie. You're there to work out, put on a baggy top, some tracksuit bottom. Does it have to
I'm
be
not
right
gonna-
up your
You
bum?
I'm
know
not gonna
what?
lie,
There was
when
one
my
girl
body-
I saw on Instagram, yeah. There was one girl I saw on Instagram, yeah, and like she's got a big Instagram account, fitness girl, and when she works out, big t-shirt, tracksuit bottoms, and I'm like, no, I respect that. Like that's
Yeah, it doesn't
if
need
I
to
if I
be.
see a
You know
girl
what I
dressed like that in the
mean?
gym and I can see because obviously I can see if she's attractive and you can kind of see if she's got back and whatever. You can kind of see like I respect that more. That would make me look at her like
It leaves something to
this
the
is a decent
imagination.
girl. But if a girl's coming in spandex, I'm like, what is, bruv? You're just there to get sexual attention. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And as a man, and you know what I hate is like when they put up these TikToks, like, oh, why are you looking? Why is this man looking
Yeah.
at me? Oh, but you're going to look like. Even me, I wouldn't even be able to help it. I'll be looking.
No, but then
they
again,
act
allow
like people are
allow
predators.
women to do what they want to do at the end of the day. See, not too much on that still, because I'm not one of these women that's going to be like, oh, dress this for a man, because that's still very male-centered, and I'm not male-centered, do you understand? So not too
Yeah.
much on that about
Yeah, but
women
hold
who
on, I
work
got one
hard.
thing to say because someone said it in the chat and it's so true that them things that you see in there and they're dressed very like whatever in there, yeah, they're dressed like they're ready to go and do beach tour, yeah, fam, they're not even training hard though.
Right.
So what? So you've gone to the gym, you're scantily clad and you're not even training
Not even
hard.
straight.
So
Yeah,
what
I
are you
can't
doing?
lie.
What are you actually doing now?
But how
And you're wearing makeup. Some of them are wearing makeup, fam.
Yeah,
how do you not
slick
know?
back. Yeah.
How do you not know that they've had a journey of transformation where now they're feeling themselves? I'm not going to lie. See next year summer, my belly is on flat, and I decide to go to the gym in my shorts and my crop top. No one should come for me, because I'd have worked hard for that.
Yeah, but what? Okay, but what is your mission in the gym then? What is your
I'm
mission
proud
there?
of myself that now I feel comfortable in my own skin to wear
show everyone.
But I think it's for
To
people.
show everyone,
I'm
innit?
not saying that it was bad
stunting everyone.
intentions.
I want to
It's for-
stunt. Do you understand?
I think it's for
Yeah,
women to
yeah,
just
that's another way to
realize
say it.
that men are going to sexualize you regardless. So when you're a woman that has a certain type of body type, I think all you've got to remember is if you're going out, if you're going to the gym, if you're wearing certain clothing items, yes, you may get a double look. And just like some of us said in the comment, not just from men, it may be women, because sometimes we're as bad as them. Oh wow, she's got a big bum or she's got a really good body. That just happens. And that's what people need to realize. I don't think there's always sometimes a sexual element behind it. But yeah, if you've got a good body and you're walking down the road, someone may take a look. And I don't
Yeah,
think all
but
the
there's a
time,
difference though.
do you get
Like
what I
if you're
mean?
wearing a nice dress, you're wearing a dress, but you can see the curves. That's one thing. But when you're dressing in little short shorts that are up all the way up in the crack, and then a little tight top, and you're in a gym and you're not even training. You're just literally just there walking around. Like what is your mission?
So what you're
at this point?
basically trying to say is that you think some women purposely come out and dress a certain way because they want some sort of attention. Is that
I
what
mean,
you're
I think
trying
it's
to
all
say?
contextual. I think it's all contextual. Like, if you're not at the beach, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're walking down the road in a swimsuit and high heels, that's out of context. So obviously you're doing it to be appealing, to turn heads, to be an eye opener. If you're in a swimsuit at the beach, then okay, it's understandable because it's all about context. But like personally, I've got pictures on Instagram. I'm in a swimming suit. For me, I want people to see that like I'm happy with my body.
Exactly, Rihanna. Do you get it? But
Yeah.
it's about being able
Thirst
to
traps.
it's about being
Yeah,
able
yeah,
to admit
but
that.
I'm not gonna be ashamed. It's a thirst trap.
It's a thirst
and that's what
trap.
people
Thank
are.
you. Yes, be
Yeah,
honest. Let's go.
yeah, I've got a
Listen,
thirst trap.
I've had thirst traps on my Insta too.
Yeah,
and I
and
know
that's
what I'm
what people in
doing.
the gym are doing.
That's
as
what I
well.
was
It's a
literally
thirst
just
trap.
saying. Women know if they make
So
that
then-
decision to go outside and they understand they look good. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
They know
yeah,
they're gonna.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Admitting-
Like,
admitting
Yeah,
they
I'm
know
just
it's a
saying
that.
be
thirst trap.
honest.
Admitting it's a thirst
I'm just
trap.
saying be real about it, innit? That's all I'm saying. Be honest.
And
I
this
went
is
there. I want guys to look at me, and I like their attention. Boom.
Facts.
Just be real.
Facts.
But it may not
Admitting
be
it's
in
a
the
thirst
way that
trap.
you're saying,
It
as if they
literally, because
want.
thirst
Yeah.
trapping literally means I am attracting thirsty men.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
thirst
Yeah,
trap means.
I want men to look
Exactly.
at me. What's the problem? I don't understand. Like,
I mean, there's no problem with that. Well, I
but people don't
don't
want to
agree
admit
with
it.
that.
That's the problem.
Exactly. Some people
hold
don't
on,
admit it.
hold
That's
on,
what it is,
hold on. But
Rihanna.
this is it.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
This is where the bad boy context comes in. Is that you act and dress and put yourself as a 304 and then get upset when men treat you like one.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
thirst trap, and then when men just want to slide in your coochie,
Let's
then
go.
it's a
Always,
problem.
men are
Makes
always gonna
sense.
want to slide in the coochie.
No,
Listen,
no,
no man meets
Yeah, but
you.
it's different because if a guy sees a woman that's dressed classy and sophisticated to a woman that's just like she sells box on the street, he's gonna approach it in different. He's gonna approach that differently, bro. Like, come on, let's
Still
be
the same
real. He's not gonna approach
still
the
the same
exact
end
same
of goal,
way.
though. Yeah, you're right, but it's still the same end goal. But I'm not male centered.
But I tell
do
you
things
what,
for myself.
but I tell you what, as a guy, yeah, if you see a woman who looks like she respects herself, you're gonna be more inclined to view it as, okay, of course I want to sleep with her. Listen, every girl that a guy talks to, he wants to sleep with. If he's approached her, he wants to sleep with that girl. Like, so that's not even a point of anything. That's not a point of conversation.
You're
Of
just
course-
saying how he goes about it.
but how does he go about it, and how does he view that woman? That's the difference, bro. Because if he views a woman as someone that's a respectful person that respects herself, that's not trying to get validation and get everyone's willies hard, then he's going to be like, this could be a girl that potentially could be a serious thing. If you're looking at a girl that's just literally wearing a bra and knickers, walking around in the public,
You'll come at her differently. Of
bro,
course.
that's sneezy, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? That's sleaze. That's not respectful. That's not someone that I'm ever gonna trust because you don't respect yourself. That's how men look at it.
I know.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. Get me. But yeah, anyway, I want to say this, yeah. I think that a lot of women, they like toxic men because they're toxic themselves. That's what I think. Yeah? Like attracts like.
We grow out of it. We're supposed to grow out of it. I'm not gonna lie. When I was a lot younger, I did like the whole quote unquote bad boy because
Yeah.
it was exciting.
Yeah, you loved it.
Like my hormones were raging. It was fun. But then what
You
you're
loved
supposed to
it.
do, I loved it. But then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grow out of that stage, right? When you mature and develop mentally, and also you've learned certain lessons, and you're supposed to choose better. And hopefully, if you're lucky, you wouldn't have accumulated too many mistakes that are going to cost you the rest of your life, i.e., kids, i.e., too many bodies. Do you understand? Ruining your reputation left, right, center. Also, emotional trauma. You got to be smart out here, girls.
Yeah, I kind of disagree with that point. You see, I don't think that females grow out of it. I think that all those men that clap their cheeks never married them. So really what it was, they got rejected. That is how
Not
men reject
necessarily.
females.
Not
Hold on, hold on,
necessarily.
hold on. I didn't interrupt you. That is how men reject females, is by clapping her
Loving
cheeks
this.
and leaving her in the streets. So it's not that you grew out of it, it's that you was forced now to go back in
Oh
the
my
streets
God.
and find a man that will actually take you serious.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm glad you muted yourself because number one, you sound very, very young, and I'm not a young girl in it. I'm a big woman. So number two, watch how you speak and watch who you're speaking to. Number three, you cannot generalize and make such a statement like that because everybody is different. And like I said, you don't know my personal circumstances. You don't know if I'm married. You don't know if I've got kids or not. So number four, right? What you're saying can be true in some instances. But unless you're somebody that grew up very sheltered and you also made certain decisions in your life that you're not going to have experiences, that's on you.
This
But
is
I'm
true.
speaking about the women that do grow out of being attracted to to toxic men. And that's me.
Did you say
Toscaline, yeah.
Toscaline?
Toscaline. And that was
That's why I
me. When I was
disagree.
younger.
I
See,
wasn't
now you're
talking about
interrupting
you.
me. So now you're interrupting me. Because I let you speak now. So I'm going to speak about me personally because I've got a song even coming out that even speaks about what we're talking. So I love it. But me personally, when I was a lot younger, I didn't really know what I was looking for because I never grew up with like a consistent male figure in my life, i.e. my dad. So I had to learn from my own experiences what I liked and what I didn't like. I had to navigate that myself. That doesn't necessarily mean I was out in the streets. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was never that girl. But I have dated men that were not necessarily the right kind of men for me. And through that, I came to understand that I desire emotional maturity in a man. I desire a man that knows where he's going, that, has a sense of, is grounded in who he is. Do you understand? But
Can
I
I
had to
ask
have,
you? Can I ask you like you see these guys from the past? Because this is very clutch right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
These kind of guys in the past that were less than savory, let's say. What was it about them that attracted you?
I feel like for me, it was the
I feel
bravado.
like
Yeah, I do. I feel because I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Do you understand? So I'm always going to say I feel, but that doesn't mean I don't think though.
Yeah.
It was a sense of bravado. What it is when you're young, it's almost like the empty barrel in the room is the loudest and is more attractive. But as you get older, you realize that empty barrels make the most noises, and that doesn't necessarily mean there's anything in there. So it was the bravado that they presented. It was the risqueness of it. When you're young, you're more prone to take more risks. It's exciting. You've got less to lose.
I want to say this though. I do agree I agree with what Remnant said about. I don't think that women necessarily grow out, or I don't think women necessarily are like, oh, I don't find bad boys attractive anymore. I don't think that's true. I think once you have that attraction for that type of dude, I think that's always gonna be there. Like, but I think there's some truth to what she said. I think that maybe life has kicked you in the face a couple times, and
I
now
think
you realise that I have to kind of pick a more sensible like balanced diet. Go on.
Can I just say something? Sorry to interrupt. I feel like, okay, yeah, I agree with remnants when it comes to some women, but a lot of these women, obviously, who grow up wanting these bad boys, they're not very emotionally intelligent, you know? I think, you know, in the past, we've all made mistakes, you know, especially if you didn't have consistent male role models in your life. There's certain things you have to learn on your own, you know? So, I mean, you know, there's a difference between someone who makes the mistake, put their finger in the flame and go, actually, that hurt. I'm not going to do it again. And then people who consistently do it. And obviously, those are two different class of women.
Thank you, Rihanna. Because
So
a lot of
we
women
can't just be jumping to
social
say that,
media.
you know what I mean? You can't say that about people. Like,
You can't generalize. A lot of women come on social media and they say the right thing.
Why do you not always get upset? You can't generalize. You have to generalize in life. You have to.
Yeah, but no, you don't, because it's,
Yes, you do.
it's not a blanket statement.
It's not.
Everybody's
That's what I'm
different.
You have to generalize in life. If you go to the jungle, in general, lions will eat you.
But
You
it's
might
just
meet a lion
just
that
because-
doesn't,
just
but in
because-
general, they
look,
do.
King, just because a few silly women,
Generalization is survival. It's a survival strategy.
Look, just because a few silly women didn't learn their lesson, it doesn't mean every woman's not going to learn their
I never
lesson.
said every.
But you're saying
why you don't
generalizing.
generalize.
Generalizing
That's
means
why you don't
a
generalize.
blanket.
Because
Well,
not every,
yeah,
not
exactly.
all. Let's be real. Come on.
Sorry, I just want to say something. I don't want any female to take it personal because I'm not talking about you guys personally.
Yeah,
The whole statement about how you are young, I think that's false as well. The reality is, the only ones that sleep with toxic men or deal with toxic men when they're young is when they're fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
Young girls.
I understand. And for me, I was very remnant.
Hold on. A good girl, a traditional woman doesn't go for toxic guys, and that's why the host said toxic females only go for toxic men.
You've lived a very sheltered life to have that.
Remnant.
You've lived an extremely sheltered life to have that.
Hold on. You females
Let her finish.
No.
And then let her finish and then
Don't
argue
take it
after.
personal.
Okay, all right. Because I want to add something, because I lived
Stop
a very
taking it
sheltered life
personal.
too and got married. So
Yeah,
I
I
want to give you
understand.
something
I'm
from
not
my
talking about
point.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Point.
Okay,
So my
I know.
point is that it's not about you are young, because there's older females who also sleep with toxic men.
Absolutely.
It's just that if you do it when you're young, you're just fast, and that's it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
To a certain degree, like if you well, it depends what you mean by young as well, like what age group. But yeah, to a certain degree, you are right. But going back to my point, like I said, not everybody grows up in a sheltered 2-parent environment. Like for me, I come from a very prestigious background, you understand? I won't even go into it too much, but at the end of the day, like I said, I didn't grow up with a father consistently in the home. So for me, when it came to figuring out and the sort of men that I wanted to date, I had to figure that out on my own, because I never had a template. That doesn't necessarily mean I grew up in a bad home. Like I said, if you knew who I am and where I'm coming from, you would think otherwise. Yeah, so don't make assumptions. I'm talking about me, and I'm sharing me because I want to and I can.
Let me say this
Can I just add something? Sorry, really, really quickly, just off of the back of that. Remnants, I grew up in quite a sheltered Ghanaian 2-parent household.
I'm Ghanaian too, Rihanna, by the way.
Yes, I love this.
I'm Nigerian. We're the best.
We love
All right
the
then, cousin.
We're siblings.
Nigerian is the best.
All right then.
Look, so I just wanted to add, because being sheltered, it kind of brought up feelings for me, because I was extraordinarily sheltered, Catholic 2-parent household. I still grew up and got with someone. I married someone extremely toxic, and I'm a single mother. Right. And it wasn't because I was fast, because I didn't even have I hadn't touched alcohol until I was 21. But it's because of the lack of experience.
Right.
When I met someone who presented to be nice, I thought, I was naive. So there's also another aspect to that. Exactly. Just because you meet, someone who is toxic, they make you a single mother, doesn't mean you're fast. It doesn't mean, you like men or you like to sleep around. Mm-hmm. The other aspect to that is that you're inexperienced. So sometimes women who have had that experience, they end up with good men because they know they know who to look out for. And
they've got the foundation already.
I was completely naive.
Hold on. So you're saying that the women that have thrown box around and slept with Tyrone's and Chad's box,
Sometimes,
and racked up the high mileage. Yeah, now they're
King,
gonna land a good guy.
don't start generalizing.
Because they've taken all the bad boy willies, bruv.
King, why are you laughing?
Now,
Look what you're doing. Look what he's
But
doing.
you know what? Why
I'm
can't
not
they
even
get the good
shy.
guy?
You know
If
what?
that's
Look what
just
you're
how
doing.
life goes for
Let
them.
me mute
All
myself.
I want to say, if that's how life goes for them, why can't they get the good guy? I'm just saying, what is the problem with that? If that good guy knows her past and decides to accept that, why can't she have that?
No, it's not about. Listen, it's not about why. Listen, you're only looking at it from the woman's point of view. What about the man's point of view?
No, but I've just said the man's point of view. I said if he knows her
he
past
knows,
and
yeah.
accepts it,
He's an
is that
idiot then.
is that not
I'm sorry.
okay?
If he's a good man and he's done the right thing, yeah, and he's only had good intentions, he's never thrown his willy around, he's just been a normal, sensible guy. Why should he couple up with a woman that's just been running the streets?
But hold on, let's
And
look
now,
at most
because
relationships.
now she's had
most
enough.
relationships
Now
that
she's
people
taken
idolize
enough.
right now.
Now she's taken enough miles of willy. Now she's like, oh yeah, let me find a good guy. Now he should couple up. I don't think they're evenly yoked, to be honest. I'm not saying that I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that from. I listen. Honestly, I've done a lot out there. I'm not necessarily a good guy either, but I can look at the world outside myself and see that if a guy's only been a decent man his whole life, he's not evenly yoked with a woman that's just been throwing box. I'm sorry, that's not fair. That's not fair on him.
But that's basically you saying that people can't ever change or people can't get redemption. So if people's made certain choices, they don't deserve any good, is what you're saying. They
I
don't
never said
deserve
all
a
that.
happy
I said
ending.
exactly what I said. I didn't say what you said. I said what I said.
No,
you
but
interpret it is how you
underlining, I
interpret
just
it.
want to understand it because most relationships now that people idolize, even with celebrities, they've been passed between all the different people in the public eye. And, you know, these people still date this other person or marry this other person proudly. And I'm not
talking
using
about
it as an
celebrities?
example, but I'm just saying
No, she's not
that if
being
some
black and
people
white.
decide to
Showing
take
that there's
that
grey
choice.
in life, and I'm glad this conversation has moved from a black and white to like, oh, because you're just out here in the streets or you've grown up in a good way. No, life is not black and white. Life is full of shades and colours of grey.
Yeah,
I'm
and all
glad this
types of
conversation
willies.
has moved
Yeah.
forward.
This is the issue, right? Please, nobody take it personal. I'm not talking about you. Now, when I say
Appreciate that,
being
but
fast,
sometimes it's not what you say; it's how you say it. So then
no,
that's what
no,
causes
you can't
people.
control how I speak. Okay,
What's
I don't
that?
tell you how to speak. Don't tell me how to
I'm not.
speak.
I'm not telling you. I'm
Alright
just
then,
saying.
so just let me.
Watch
alright,
how you
it
say
to
and how
somebody
you
else.
speak.
Don't say it to
No,
me.
no, no.
It's
I'm
never
gonna tell
change
you
how
to
I
watch
speak.
how you watch how
That's
you
never
say, not
gonna
in who you
change. That's
speak
never
to.
gonna change.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna
Build
tell
a
you
bridge
now.
and get
I'm gonna
over
tell you
it.
from time.
That's not
You're
going
a
to change.
child,
I
so
will
I'm not
never
going to
change how
argue
I
with you.
speak.
You're below
I
my
will
level.
never
I'm not
change
being
how I
funny,
speak.
but you're
Build
actually
a
below my
bridge.
level.
Build
Mute
a
yourself.
bridge.
Mute
Build a
yourself.
bridge. Build a bridge. Okay? Now, when I say being fast, it doesn't always mean that you are getting ran through by different men. Being fast, even when you're sheltered, there are plenty of females that have been sheltered all their life and they had wild thoughts. And then when they went to the street, they went for the first toxic guy.
True.
So being fast is the fact that you're lustful in your mind. That's what fast is. You're thinking lustfully.
Yeah, but then you're not
Thinking,
saying
hold on,
thinking
you're
lustfully
thinking
leads to
lustfully.
this. You're saying
And
why
then what
it leads to
happens
them.
is, what
That doesn't
happens
make
is,
any
hold on,
sense.
Rihanna. What happens is you pick the wrong man because all you're thinking about is wild thoughts and lusts.
No,
You sound like a child.
yeah,
Like,
this
what's
is
wrong with
because
this
you know.
girl?
Hold
Listen,
on,
you
hold
know,
on, hold on.
no,
Don't attack her. Attack what she's saying.
No. I'm getting it, but there's certain things that you won't understand until you've had the experience. For
Exactly,
me,
like-
I was proposed to. We were together for a while. He proposed. We took things slowly. He's from a Catholic background. People pretend, Remnant. You don't understand until you go through these things. For me,
Rihanna, can I ask you,
King.
Rihanna?
Yeah. Because I was like Reminisce. I used to think like her. She
I
reminds
used
me
to
of
think
me.
like her too.
She
That's what I'm
reminds me
trying
of.
to
That's
say.
why I'm replying to
It's
her.
not a
She
case of
reminds me
age, it's
me.
probably a
Don't
case
think
of
like me,
maturity.
okay?
That's what
Please.
it probably is.
You
You
never
sound
will think
young.
like me. Because if you did, then you would have never went for that toxic guy.
No, he
Please.
pretended. He had mental illness. It's not that I wanted to sleep with him. We waited. We did everything the quote unquote right way. But what I don't
Was
like
he
in
a
this day and
Tyrone?
age.
Was he a Tyrone?
No. He wasn't. He was a farmer. He came from an Irish background,
Not a
very
farmer,
average
you know.
looking. A very average looking guy. It's not like he
Is
wasn't
it?
super attractive. My parents loved him, his parents loved me. So you can't get on here and say, oh, because you had fast thoughts. How the hell do you know what I was thinking? You know, not saying it's directed at me, but it's kind of like remnants. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
She prefixed what she said with, I'm not saying it's
No.
exclusive.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't meant to. I didn't mean
So
to say
you're
me,
taking
but
it personal.
no,
Like.
sorry, no. I don't mean to take it personal. I kind of worded it wrong. But how do you know what people's thoughts are? You're saying Y definitely leads to Z. We live in a vast world, a vast planet with people in so many different situations. You can't say, oh, actually, she did make it personal because she's like, oh, if you didn't do it, you wouldn't have
She
chosen that
did. Yeah, she did.
toxic guy. No, she did. That's
I
why.
just started to
No,
personalize me
you don't
and say
understand.
I'm young and
Okay,
you
wait,
can think like me.
remnants.
So yes, I shot back.
Remnants. Okay, you said to me that if I wasn't fast, I wouldn't have chosen this toxic guy. So so this is what I'm saying to you, King. She did make it personal, so that's why I responded.
You made it personal
I
first.
just, wait, no. That's why I responded like that, okay? And I'm not offended. I don't care, because look, I was exactly like you. I used to think exactly like you until I did things properly the right way, got married to a Catholic guy from a good home, but he still ended up being toxic, and people change. I could become toxic. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
I've only ever been in relationships.
I've been in
two long term, like
look,
8-year relationships.
No,
So it's not
seriously.
about being out here.
I agree. A lot of men suffer from mental illness. A lot of people don't. No. Look, you're laughing because a mental illness in men is not talked about. People suffer in silence, and this particular guy has a lot of demons that he was dealing with. So it's not, oh, sex, fast, I want to do this, that.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? No, I'm just talking to remnants because she's being very one-track mind.
I get what you're saying, yeah. I hear your own personal experience. I get it. And I'm not saying, when I make my generalizations, I'm not saying all. I'm sure when remnants saying what she's saying, hopefully she doesn't mean all. But in general, though, because I don't think your experience is what happens 60% of the time. I don't believe that.
Richard, I understand what you're saying, but I'm replying to her because she told me directly.
She did admit that she was clapping back. So going forwards, let's do less of that and have a honest, forward-going conversation.
Nothing's personal from this point forward. Nothing's personal to nobody.
Because it can get nasty.
And if it gets because you don't know people's lives. You don't know what the hell that people go through. So please.
But I want to say this going forward. I want to say this though. I just believe, honestly, and I'm not joking or trolling. I honestly believe when a lot of you women, not you lot personally, but a lot of women, when they end up with these toxic guys, they end up with that guy because they were highly sexually attracted to that guy, bruv. Yeah, there was something superficial about that guy that attracted you. Very, very seriously.
But you can't be ugly
to the point where you probably overlooked some glaring red flags. Yeah. And you overlooked it because he was so sexy, he's tall,
something, how he treated you,
nice car, blah blah blah. He's treating you nice, selling you the dream. Oh my god, I've got this guy that all the other girls want, and I've got him. Yeah, right.
I get it, but not in every case though, Richard. Like some people,
that's why I said generalizing.
Yeah, no, exactly. But some people are just nice people. Do you know what I mean?
They pretend.
No, people pretend, man. You know this. He knows. Yeah, I'm talking too much now. Let me mute myself.
You've done it. Do you know what I love? The fact that you're admitting yourself. This is what I like. When people keep it real. Do you understand? Not appear like they're mighty, like they're higher than thou and mightier than everyone else. Like,
I've been a scumbag. 100%. I've been a scumbag.
That's how you can speak on these topics.
And I think that's what we need to remember. There's both people in these decisions. Two people make them. Yeah. And I think a lot of what we're saying, we are focusing on what a woman is deciding and what she's thinking and saying. But what is that man also doing? There's two people.
But the reason why in this kind of topic I can focus on what the woman is doing is because the woman picks. The man doesn't tend to pick.
He does sometimes. You can't act like a man doesn't go out and pursue a woman because that happens.
Not really.
Not every woman goes out and seeks certain things. They do come her way. And I'm not trying to say...
And then you pick. The guys throw the
I understand what he's saying. Yeah, I said that in the past. We select from what is available to us. We do.
But just like what Rihanna was saying, sometimes it isn't at front value. You're going to find out later on
Facts.
through situations and through what happens. And my point just is, like you've just said, sometimes someone will sell you the facade at the beginning, and then later on, when you are maybe 2 years, even 3 years down, you find out, well,
20
who is
years,
Wow,
this?
bro. People
sometimes
are
even
coming out
5.
gay after 20 years. Are you dumb?
Babe, sometimes 5 years. And you're there thinking, so is this really
Yes,
you?
100%.
But like,
Exactly.
All
okay,
lie, you know.
cool. If the guy sold you a dream, cool in it, but like you still picked him out of the other guys. And what was the parameters you used to pick that guy over the other guys?
Because he didn't
He's
show
tall,
me that
he's
that
good
was his.
looking, and he's got a nice car.
He
That's
didn't
it.
show that at the
Look, my
beginning.
ex-husband was broke. He was broke.
It takes more to marry someone though, King. So when it gets to the point where you become a fiance, you become a wife, it's not just the looks and the car. It's a lot more. And like we're saying, men do pretend to have certain characteristics when they really don't, you know?
And it's,
Yeah,
if
but
you're naive as well, you're not going to be privy.
there's certain man you're gonna be more willing to entertain than other guys. Let's keep it real. You of all the guys that proposition you, you're not gonna treat them all the same.
I base mine
As a
on
guy,
values.
as a
This guy.
Listen.
Yeah,
As a guy, when you're dealing with all different women, you don't look at them all the same. They're not all on the same level. They're not. There's some that you're gonna be more attracted to. There's gonna some you're gonna be less attracted to. There's
For
gonna be
me-
some that like you're not sure about.
For me, I can only speak for myself. So what I based it on was the person's perceived faith. But what this guy had done to me, he studied me and realized what my core values were.
Narcissist.
He studied me, and he pretended for years perfectly. He had people back up his stories. His parents were in on it. So this is just me speaking, because I can't speak for anyone else. But this is from my perspective. People lie, and if you're from from a family who was sheltered, you're not going to be privy to pick up these signs. And not being sheltered doesn't mean you are ran through. Not being sheltered means you're a little bit more streetwise and less naive when people like this come along. And a lot of women are like that. On TikTok the other
It
day.
sounds like you ran into a sociopath, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah.
unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but I don't think that represents. Like,
That's
I don't
why
think
she
that
had to
represents enough of a
clarify, and that's why
populace
I had to
make
clarify
points.
that there's
But
that.
this is. But I'm only
category.
speaking. Thanks. Sorry for interrupting. I'm only speaking for myself. But there's a lot more sociopaths and narcissists around than we think, because they disguise themselves as people who are good people.
And a lot of women are narcissists
As well.
They
Women,
are, yeah.
I'd say 80%.
That's very high to be.
80%.
Yeah, it is very high. It's
It's not
unfortunate,
80%.
King, it's not 80. You're such a liar. So you can't even keep it straight, please.
This whole please don't take it personal again. This whole narrative of being less experienced means you're not privy to the streets, and I just completely disagree with that. I think there are just people who are more intelligent and less intelligent, because being sheltered.
Are you
Being
married?
sheltered, hold on. Being sheltered.
Where's your
doesn't
boyfriend?
change- hold on. Oh my goodness me. Okay? Being sheltered does not change who you are. And that's just the reality.
What are you talking
there are
about?
There are so many wives out there that was sheltered their whole entire life and they found a faithful husband in a happy marriage, have never been cheated on. Hold on, wait. I've been quiet all this time. And then when I speak, you guys start barking.
Oh my God. Let her finish and then go. Then you can go for it. Go on.
Thank you. So this is it. I don't think it's about being sheltered. I don't think it's about being privy to the streets. I think there are females out there who are just not that intelligent and they pick the wrong guy. And there are women who are more intelligent and they pick the right guy.
Okay, fair enough. All right, can someone else speak now?
I mean, it's not a case of intelligence. It's a case of
Please, someone else
experience.
speak, please.
It's not a case of intelligence at all. It's a case of experience. That's the point that you're missing, Remnant, a lot. If you're sheltered, you have less experience. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I don't understand what's not connecting for you.
I think people who are more experienced are actually very unintelligent. Because the reality is, if you need
about,
to,
man?
if you
Sorry.
guys, please, okay? This is it, right? If you are a young woman Sorry, the guy's laughing. I'm so sorry. I'm getting back focused. Okay, if you are a young woman, right, and you need to go through toxic men just to understand certain things, yes, you are lacking. It does not take experience for you to know what red flags look like. It takes having a family that teaches you. It takes understanding that you are not ready to have intercourse and actually wait for the right person. That's intelligence. So yes,
Remnant, not
being
everyone has that
unexperienced,
though.
you don't need to get your cheeks clapped. You don't need to be in the
Ooh,
street. You
ooh,
don't need to know 3 or 4 antics
ooh.
just to pick the right man.
Do you know? Do
Remnant,
you know?
not remnant,
Listen,
not everyone has
before
that
you
though. Do
not
you
jump on
understand
her,
that
yeah.
part though?
Before
Not
you,
everyone has that.
before you
I
jump,
just want to ask Remnant a question. I just want to see if she understands that not everyone comes from that privilege. I just need you to acknowledge that, because what you're saying is so black and white. I just need you to acknowledge that not everybody comes from a stable family home. Not everybody is privy to have people to advise them, right? Not everybody is street smart. Not everybody has community. Some people do unfortunately learn from experiences, and that doesn't make them unintelligent. That just means that they're learning in different ways. The point is
you.
that you
it makes
learn
them ignorant.
to a
Yes,
certain
it's
degree at a
ignorant. Yeah.
certain point, but it doesn't make them unintelligent. It's just, they're more unfortunate. They're just unfortunate. So maybe where you,
Unfortunate.
no, it's true. They're unfortunate. Maybe where you're saying that you've had a head start because you've had your parents, you've had access this, had access that. There's some women that they don't have that remnant.
I'll be real. No, but hold on. I'll be real. I think that a lot of like younger women and girls coming up, they're gonna be more inclined to listen to that dummies on TikTok giving them advice than listen to their own mum and dad. The way the world is now, people are taking their cues from their favorite celebrity, fam.
They should be
And
learning from their
and
mum
most of
and
these
dad.
celebrities are
They
giving
should,
them bad role models, bad examples.
let's be honest, a lot of us grew up with single mothers. So even if you're not taking cues from your mum or your dad because they don't live in a double parent home, you should be learning from their mistakes and looking at the sort of man your mother even chose. Looking at the dynamic between your own mother and father. If you're perceptive and you're self-aware, you'll do that. But unfortunately, some people are ignorant at a certain stage in life. Sometimes the sense comes, 25 when hippocampus closes, or sometimes the sense comes when you've been burnt enough times. As long as the sense comes at an appropriate time, that's what matters for me,
Just
anyway.
hopefully the mileage is not too high in
Too
it.
high. That's my point. That is my point. Let's keep the mileage down, ladies. I beg.
I just think girls like guys, Chad and Tyrone, that's it. And they want a guy with money and that's it, fam. And those guys, they don't settle for nobody until they feel like settling down. That's what it is. Yeah? It's not until these top 10% guys, that's when they decide, oh,
You are
yeah,
such a
I'm settled
troll.
down. Nah.
Why are you
These
trolling like
girls
that?
try and go for them guys and it don't work, fam. A lot of you girls need to look at the guys you're rejecting because he's too short or he's not cool enough or he's not funny enough. And just looking at them, looking at is he actually a good person? Is he a family man? Is he family orientated? Has he got good morals and good principles? Is he a man that has faith? Like, you get what I'm saying? What is his family background like? Blah blah blah. Does my dad or my mum or my uncles or my brothers, do they like him? Do they endorse him? Like, there's a lot of things that come into it. And I wanted to ask you ladies a question, yeah, which I know the answer is gonna be, but I'm still gonna ask it, yeah, because I was thinking about it today. Do you think that it would be an advantage if a lot of women had arranged marriages like they did back in the day? Because right now, a lot of women are just going into old age single, and it's gonna be more than ever in history soon. Yeah, and there's gonna be a lot more single mums and just single women that are miserable and stuff like that. And then, like, when you think about what it was like back in the day, probably your dad, your mum and your dad, like predominantly your dad would choose the guy that you're going to be with. Like, do you think that was like the worst strategy? Do you think that's a strategy that is in some ways might be better than what a lot of women are doing now? Because just like what you're saying, a lot of women don't have the community, blah, blah, blah. They don't have no one to help them make these decisions. And when they do it on their own, they make poor choices. So what is your opinion about the whole arranged marriage thing? Because I mean, that's still going on in parts of the world.
It depends what the priority is, i.e. being happy or being secure.
It's
Because
so
I
true
wonder
though.
what the stats are for people that are actually happy in arranged marriages. For the record, my dad is Caribbean. He believes in arranged marriages, so it's a conversation we've had. But yeah, it really depends what the priority is. If you want to be happy or stable.
I like how you split that into two, Danny. Is it Danny? Because that's a very good point. Do you want to be happy, or do you want longevity and stability? Because it's facts.
So what are you not saying then?
I would be open to it. I think that when it comes to decision making, it should involve community, So I would be open to that being a norm in
Your father, your
society.
father should tell you who you're married.
Absolutely, because there's certain attributes with my father that I really admire. He's very successful and he's done really well for himself. He may not be he may be a womanizer, but he's done very well for himself. Like if he was, no, it's true.
But
Like my
that just,
dad,
but that could be good though, because
right,
he's gonna look for traits, the negative traits in himself,
right,
and he will see it in ways you may not be able to see it. He
right,
can see it. Do you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So that
yeah,
could be advised. I think that
could be.
a lot of women these days, they object to the idea of arranged marriage because they look at it as, oh, you're getting married to some ugly, short, horrible dude, some ogre. Like, but it's not necessarily that. And like again, yeah, like I think your father's gonna have your best interests at heart, really, and he's gonna want to pick a guy that he feels like is gonna be able to protect and provide for you. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like I don't know. That might be something to think about. But anyway, I'm gonna end the live stream. I've been here for too long, man. Get me. So I'm gonna be back doing another live stream on Saturday. So you ladies are more than welcome to join the live again on Saturday. I'll have another topic and all that stuff. Hold on, you got someone fell off. But yeah, shout yourselves out on the way out. Yeah, so everyone shout themselves out, starting with Danny. And what did you learn today? Did you learn anything? What did you like and what didn't you like? Starting with Danny.
I do want to reiterate my initial point. I don't know who was in the live or who wasn't at that point, but I do feel that, to go back to the original question about why women seek out toxic men, I do believe it's trauma based, and we should just have a bit more empathy for that, really.
Okay. All right. Kemi going once, going twice. All right. Next.
So I think that women should know their levels, just as men should know their levels. I think that average is not necessarily a bad thing. And I think in life it's best to be realistic. Also, just don't be so black and white, because life has got a way of teaching you the very lessons that you think that you don't need to be taught. So I'm a singer-songwriter from the UK. I've got a new single coming soon. So please do follow me if you would like. King Richard, it's a pleasure to speak to you as always. And you're looking good. So yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Bad boy, Tyrone.
Yeah.
Come on. But yeah, what is your music? Where can they find it? Like,
So I'm gonna be dropping it hopefully in the next coming week. So yeah, just definitely follow me and stay updated. It's gonna be a banger, I promise you. And it's based on what we're even talking about today. So ladies, you'll appreciate the lyricism as well.
all right, awesome.
Thank you.
All right, next one. Gloss. Okay, Remnant.
Yes, thank you for having me, host. What I learned today is that females are always going to be females, and there's always going to be intelligent traditional women, and there's always going to be a bunch of failures. That's just how life is. We can't change that. The world is unfair. And check out my YouTube channel. It's Remnant Princess. I do videos there. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've seen your YouTube videos, man. Get me. King Rich is on YouTube, man. Check me out as well. Alright, cool. And Rihanna,
Yes.
what did you like? What didn't you like? What did you learn? What did you not learn?
No, I like these kind of discussions. I was listening for a while and I thought, let me just join. I've been on your podcast before. You're interesting. You leave open discussion. So no, I like it. I learned that everyone has different experiences. Some people are not as experienced. You have to go through certain things to realize certain things. But I think every single lady, one of the ladies made really, really good points. Yeah, pleasure.
All right, awesome. All right, as I said, shout out to all the guests. Shout out to T. I had to get me T. Like, big up to you. You can come back again, innit? But like today, I had to get me.
I forgot about T, the fallen soldier. Hope to have you back soon.
Yeah, you can come back. AT, you're not
Big
blocked.
up T,
I
man.
didn't block her. Like,
She made some
Don't be
valid
discouraged. We got
points,
you,
just
T.
in the wrong
We got you,
way.
T. Come back, sis.
yeah, it's Saturday. We're back in it. Like, but like, yeah, I had to drop her because she just, nah, to get rid of her.
You're so rude.
I'm sorry. This is me, innit? It's King Richards, innit? Don't know. Anyway, I'll be back again on Saturday with another live stream. Big up to all the guests. Thank you so much. If you can make it, come back on Saturday. And yeah, it's all love. We got everyone that's watching. We got everyone that gifted. I don't even know how that works, but we got everyone that did the little picture thing. And yeah, safe, innit? Yeah, I'll be back to. Oh yeah, make sure you go check out my YouTube because this is going on my YouTube. Yeah, King Richards on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm subscribed already.
I've been subscribed for years. What you talking about, King?
Yeah, I know. I already know. I already know this thing.
They got you.
Listen, they got me. So, and do you know why I love doing these little TikToks? Because now I can showcase I'm not the evil guy everyone thinks I am.
You got
Yeah,
a
you
dash
were
of
catching
evil. I'm not
hell.
gonna lie, 100%. You got a dash of evil. But
Yeah, a dash. Yeah.
Don't worry, we know you're not Ginger J. Don't worry, we know you're not Ginger J.
he who shall not
Big up
be
Ginger
named.
J though.
Listen, let's take that for Saturday, all right?
No.
Say no more. Alright, in a bit. Hey, love.
Thank you, King.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Bye, ladies.
Everyone. Bye.